I am Skull Nate.
and I'm Ray. I don't know why I'm laughing.
Insane Trilogy. Now we're going to be playing through these games in order from the first game all the way to 3. And starting with everybody's favorite Crash game, Crash Bandicoot 1.
Of how exactly this trilogy of insanity will be played. Shall they be 100% runs?
We'll see when we get there, because I 100%ed all these games already.
Oh, nice.
I have the save files to prove it too. And yes, we are extremely late for doing this, but better late than never.
Yep.
So yeah, we're gonna... Okay, let's start with Crash Bandicoot 1, shall we? Yeah, just disable the autosave for this one. Because I'll be saving pretty frequently.
Huh.
Hey, Aku.
Crash Bandicoot 1, a game that I remember vividly playing. As a kid, I used to play Crash Bandicoot 1 quite a bit. Fun fact, for those who want to know, I got into the Banjo-Kazooie games because I thought Banjo-Kazooie was actually a Crash game.
And I will say this now, if you're thinking about playing Crash Bandicoot 1, this is the best version of Crash 1 you should play, with all honesty.
Oh yeah, definitely. The little bit I played of it, I think it's an improvement, because when I went and replayed the original Crash game, because I have all 3 originals, yeah, this one feels a little bit better. It feels way better, actually. I take that back. Way better.
Yep. Because for one, we can actually die while trying to get the clear gems. Which should be a major positive for anyone who was getting frustrated with the first game, if they wanted to 100% it.
Pretty sure everybody got frustrated trying to 100% the first game. I don't think that, I don't think there's a single person who, doesn't at least pull a few hairs out while trying to 100% that game. I don't think I've ever 100%ed Crash 1, actually. So yeah, your boys never finished that one.
Here we go.
Now, in case people are wondering why I'm reacting to things later during the stream, because I am watching the video, monitoring it on our channel. There is a delay. I can definitely tell there's a delay because I can hear the sound effects. However, I don't see them happening. So yeah, there's a delay.
Well, you will be reacting off of my reactions anyway.
Oh yeah, pretty much. That's how these things usually go. Oh, and just quick plug from my channel. I know I said it wrong. I do it on purpose. My channel. I have people who have been wondering when I was going to do my NXT predictions video. I'm not. Because I don't know the card. But it is tonight, and I will be watching it. But yeah, I'm not doing it. Not doing a prediction video for this takeover. All I'm going to say is, I really am excited for Hideo Itami versus Aleister Black. That is all I will say.
Oh yeah.
And here we see Skull Nate mastering through this stage in a pretty good fashion. I don't think he actually failed yet.
Nope, not yet. Though I will say, trying to get a platinum relic for this level is fucking stingy. Platinum relics.
And you know what?
Go ahead.
I was going to say, you know what? We should try to get all the platinum relics in this run. All of them.
That's going to be more frustrating than the game itself.
But think of the Just think of the humor. No, I don't think platinum relics really do anything. Do they?
No, it's just bragging rights. And
okay.
for PSN trophies if you could get gold or higher. It's just bragging rights. It's not really worth going for.
Yeah. Well, I'll have you know, mister, that if we ever get around to doing the PlayStation Crash Trilogy, I will be getting all the platinum relics in Crash 2.
In Crash 2.
Let him sit. Yeah, I'm gonna let him sit.
I already know when it comes to Crash 2, you're gonna strive for those platinum relics.
Oh, you cut it off. I don't know what you just said. But, let me see. I'm gonna check our stream right quick because I believe there's a problem.
Okay.
Let's see. And the primary stream is bad. It says. Sorry about that, guys and gals.
Oh, that sucks.
It looks good here. I don't know what's causing it. Of course, I'm monitoring it directly from our channel, so. Sorry about that. Well, my boys and girls. We are going to.
Oh, great.
Try.
First Tana save.
Oh.
First Tana stage.
Nice. Yeah, I'm checking the stream and stuff, so my eyes aren't exactly on the video at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still bad, but hopefully you guys can see what's happening. I see what's happening here, but I'm monitoring directly from the channel. So, perhaps it is not going the way it should go. Wee. So, I really love that little animation there. I just caught it at the end where Cortex comes and grabs Tana. That's a very cool little animation because in the original Crash, they didn't do that. She just stood there.
Yeah, as some people have said, like the theory is, Crash is in like fucking dreaming or he's dead or something, and he's actually seeing Tana everywhere he went.
In the original Crash or in this one?
In the original Crash. Apparently that was the thing.
I'm weird, guys, okay? I'm weird, I admit it. Now, let's see. Something is wrong with this stream here, too. Let's check it out. I just hit back like an idiot. Okay, there we go.
And yes, I'm gonna get as much Wumpa Fruit as I can until I reach over 90 lives.
We are all good. Get every Wumpa Fruit. I wonder if Wumpa Fruit is a real fruit. Does anybody know if that's actually a legit fruit? Because I never looked at it.
It looks like it's a cross between like a pear and an apple.
It does. That's why I'm curious if it is, because it looks almost mango-ish to me. And because I saw a mango. We used to feed it to one of our pets, and it looks kind of similar from what I remember. Now, my memory is junk, but still. Speaking of junk,
and of course we're not going to be worrying about the box gem in this level all that much because we need a color gem.
Ooh, goody. But as I was saying, I will be continuing my Bloodborne stream, and I'm sure Skullnate as well will be continuing his Resident Evil stream since we're right at the end of both games. So,
of course.
Yeah. Just taking a little detour. That's all it is.
Yeah, I thought we can use a break from Resident Evil and Bloodborne for a while and just play something that I just started playing.
Oh yeah, and for those who must know, Sonic Mania came out, and
I have been playing
Sonic
that too.
Mania, and I hate him very much for that. But I will getting Sonic Mania relatively soon, since it's very cheap. I found out. I thought it would have been $30.
Oh no, it's 20.
Yeah.
Which surprised me as to why you haven't bought it yet. Because it's only $20.
Well, it just cut off. why not? But yeah, I haven't got it yet because I didn't have money in my account. So yeah. Oh, 1 minute, please. I'll be right back. I have something to go check on.
And let me double check to see what's going on with the stream. See if everything is going up smoothly. Okay, looks like it's fine so far. And it seems to be going fine so far. At least now. Okay, the first boulder level. Okay. DJ G, hi. Welcome to the stream. And okay, let's try not to get run over. Okay, all right. And let's hope we're gonna not have any rage-inducing moments like I've seen from some Twitch streamers. As oh man, that was just hilarious watching. Some of those people just having so much trouble with Crash, of which it's not even that hard of a game, though honestly. The only thing that actually just makes it challenging is just going for the 100% mark. Other than that, the game is pretty straightforward and easy to play. So, I don't know where, if it's just because some of these people haven't played a true platformer before, or they haven't played a game like this before, is why they're raging. That, I don't know. But it's just funny watching.
Okay, there we go. I am back in business, baby.
Alright, the stream seems to be going good so far.
Okay. Whew, sorry about that. I had to go make a quick run and pick up stuff and all that fun stuff. So, what I missed? Oh, let's see. I think we have
nothing much. We
notification in the chat.
Nothing much. We just got a box gym for boulders, and we were talking about, and I was talking about how some of these Twitch streamers finding Crash 1 hard is just laughable.
But it's the Dark Souls of platformers. Don't you know every hard game is Dark Souls? Okay, so DJ G228, hi, back at you. Yeah, as you were saying, for the difficulty Crash Bandicoot, I do think the Crash 1 is the hardest game. The original.
Not
anyway,
by a lot, with all honesty. Not by a lot.
Well, I'm talking about the original games. I don't know about this one in particular, because I haven't finished this one or Crash 2, but I thought Crash 2 was pretty easy. I'd
say both. The original game, the only major issues was how the save system worked.
I think the platforming was a little different in the first game too, though. See, I would have to replay all the games together.
It's just heavy.
I mean the physics. Yeah, the physics. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like the jump physics were a little bit more wonkier. That Crash 2 was much more polished. I feel like that's what makes the game a little bit. That's why I remember that game more fondly than the first game.
Yeah, the jump was also a little bit heavier. It's not enough to actually say like all these games are hard. Because, like I said, most of these Twitch streamers were just losing their goddamn minds over almost all the games in this trilogy.
Oh yeah. Wait. Now I don't know. I heard this version was harder, but when we played it together,
not by much.
I didn't really find it that much more difficult. Then again, I'm the guy that said Dark Souls wasn't that hard, so my opinion's invalid.
The only major changes I find is like some of the hitboxes are a little wonky. Like sometimes you'll make a platform and other times you'll miss it.
In this version?
Yeah. Because it's not because the hitbox isn't a box anymore. It's more rounded, like Crash's feet. His feet is. It's a little bit more rounded.
Yeah.
So you have to be a little bit more precise.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of an improvement. I would
Okay. Our first boss, and it's the easiest boss in Crash history.
Watch him fail. Well, actually, no. I don't know if he failed at all. I think he's been burning through these levels, actually.
Yep. Haven't lost a life yet.
Wow. Impressive. You know what's sad? I replayed Crash 1. The first level, and I died like 3 or 4 times trying to get the box gem. So, yeah. I haven't played it in a while. Okay, don't judge. Here is Papu. I believe that's how you pronounce that name.
Yep. Easiest boss in this game so far. Like that.
Very updated model.
Yep.
I love this game's graphics, by the way. This game looks amazing.
Oh yeah, it does.
And there he goes. Ta-da!
Without even taking a hit.
I'm glad I didn't put money on this.
And as I said,
yeah.
not going to be encountering any rage-inducing moments. Probably not until High Road or Slippery Climb. Hey, Coco.
Well, Skullnate's not going to be encountering any rage-inducing moments because he's actually good at video games. I didn't want to laugh when I said that, but it's true. He's really competent at video games. So he's. I'm not saying this to jinx him or anything. I'm being legit serious. So I'm pretty sure he won't be encountering any Twitch stream rage moments. So if that's what you were looking for, well, we apologize in advance.
Which is unfortunate because those moments are always the funniest, I find.
Yeah, but I think, I don't know about you, I find it better when you see somebody who's competent at what they're doing. I know people like the entertainment stuff, but I find it more entertaining when you see somebody doing what they do and doing it good, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's opinions. Who cares?
Oh yeah, that's all it is. Okay.
Woo! That was cool. This box gem here was so stupid. Yeah, not the box gem, but this part was so stupid in the original Crash because in the original Crash, if the crates blew up, the TNT crates blew up, it wouldn't count as destroyed boxes.
Now they do. Yeah, that was like
yeah.
That was one of the issues with the original game.
Yep, that's
was that if you were too far away from the TNT box, the active TNT box would explode, but not everything around it, not everything in the blast radius.
He would just disappear. Man, you got really good at this game. Extremely good. I'm impressed. Now you see, this is what I find entertaining. I actually turned off my TV because there's no reason for me to be looking at the TV right now. This is actually really impressive.
Well, I was trying to go for the fucking relics.
Yeah.
For some of these levels. Which I'm gonna say this right now.
Hey, man,
not all these levels work with the time relics.
Nice.
I'm gonna say that right now. Not all these levels. Yeah, this game doesn't really work too well with the time relics. With all honesty.
Yeah.
Okay, this one I may fuck up on a couple times.
Let me see what's going on right now, because there is some lagging. You want to make sure it's pretty decently going. We don't have a capture card, so not yet anyway.
Oh, I just barely made it. I just barely made that too. Almost fell off.
I missed it.
You will see it soon.
I totally missed it. No, I missed it because I turned the thing to check the stream, so I didn't see anything. I'm checking it because it's like there's some stuttering going on, but it says it's in good health, so I don't know what's going on. The boy's confused.
Who knows at this point?
Yeah, it could be my internet box doing that.
The stream is coming off of my end.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It could just be my internet box messing up what it looks like to me. And you missed 6 boxes.
Yeah, because I need a blue gem.
That's true. Oh, your audio had cut out, my friend. Your audio has just gone dead.
Off. Really?
Yeah, it just went off right when you were starting to say something about the relics. It just went poof.
Oh, this sucks.
Is it the plug or something?
I don't know. It shouldn't be.
Yeah, because when it did that earlier, it was the internet that caused that. So let's see.
This sucks. Hog Wild.
The level that caused many of
I was gonna say they kept the Crash doing that eyebrow thing like he's about to fuck the pig. That's what it looked like when I was playing the original game when he did that eyebrow thing. Like, ooh, I know what I'm doing. This is an E-rated game, right?
Not anymore. Once PETA finds out.
Oh yeah, PETA will go nuts about a Bandicoot riding on a hog.
Hey, they've been crazy about less things, so I wouldn't put it above them.
Easiest box gem to get, besides the Sanity Beach.
He says easy, but I will say, this level, when I was a kid, this level caused many a rage. I remember a lot of my friends had trouble with this stage too. Because it's constantly moving forward, you just gotta react, and we're not good at reacting.
Your action times have gotta be on point.
Oh yeah, and you know what
Native
I read?
Fortress.
I just read the other day.
I think this was my last box gem I needed, too, if I remember right. Or one of the last ones I needed.
Interesting.
Because, the last color gem I needed was, on Slippery Climb. And that was fun.
Slippery Climb. I don't remember that stage by name. Sure, I'll remember it once I see it.
The Rainy Castle. Where those jumps are so freaking precise.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I know that one now.
Monkey!
Oh, yeah, that was Rainy, Slippery Castle. Will we be doing Stormy Ascent?
Maybe. I did get the box gem for that one, but that one is just like... everything... your timing has to be fucking precise. And you have to be... and you have to jump like a millisecond before a platform pops up.
Do you think that's the hardest level in the game?
A little bit, but it's not as hard as people made it out to be. It's not that hard from what people made it out to be. Unless we were still going by Crash 1 rules and you couldn't die at all to get the box gem.
Okay. Yes. Your audio had cut off for a little bit there, so I just went and I reset my stuff. And I don't know if you're showing up on your end of the stream, but here it cuts off every now and then. I have no idea what's going on. I hope I'm not cutting off. We're having technical issues. We're having
Of course.
We'll get it one day. One of these days, we're gonna have it right. Okay. Let's see. Oh, yep. I was gonna say. I thought that scratching noise was something at my door.
Okay, here we go. Another Tana.
Tana. There we go. I am back. I just had to go open the door. I heard that scratching noise. And I didn't know what it was. But there you go. That's my dog. Ladies and gentlemen, Spider Sonic presents my dog.
Freaking Cortex always stealing my girl.
Cortex. I bet I know what his nickname in high school was. Cortex Cockblocker.
No crap.
So, this level is almost entirely 2D, I believe, but it's still in a 3D space. I don't remember if they're actually... Can you actually fall off by running forward?
Oh.
I don't remember if you can actually... Okay, yeah, I don't remember if you could. So. 2.5D levels. Crash was doing it before Mario. Take that, Mario. Nope, can't. Just ran it.
I think in the original game you could accidentally fall off the edge on here, but they actually changed it in the remaster to where you can't.
I don't remember. I don't remember at all.
I don't remember either. It's actually been a while since I... Ow. I was out about... Well, death number 1.
Hey, you lasted long. I don't even know where you died at, so it hasn't shown up yet. Yep, there it is. And the shoes fly. And if this was the original Crash game, he would have to restart the entire level.
Oh yeah. But luckily, at this point, I'm not too worried about box gems. I messed up the timing on that jump.
Yeah, you're still doing pretty good.
Now see, if I was one of those Twitch streamers, I'd be blaming I'd be blaming everything on, I'd just be raging at this point. But luckily I'm not, because I don't rage that hard anyway.
What? Oh! Oh, my boy, that was crazy. But, as I was going to say after that humorous death, I don't remember what I was talking about before I left, but I just thought of it now. Like, when I get Sonic Mania, I'm actually not sure if I'm going to do a stream for 100% or if I'll do a blind run just for fun, just to see what it's like. Because I'm pretty much deaf to the game. I don't know anything about it. All I know is the levels they showcased before the game came out. You know, Green Hills, Studiopolis, Flying Battery, Chemical Plant. Those are the only stages I really know of. I think I saw the launch trailer, and it looked like Lava Reef is also a stage in the game. I'm not really sure if it is or not. I don't want to know, but from the trailer, it looked like Lava Reef. So.
There's several throwback levels in the in Mania.
Yeah.
I won't spoil all of them, but there's really I messed the timing out. But there's a really awesome one, and later on.
Oh, I can't wait. Oh, wow, this level is just killing you.
It's my timing.
Yeah. And then it's also the curse, because we're talking. As everyone knows, it's very hard to play games and talk at the same time. But,
I knew was going to happen.
Mania. Yeah, for Sonic Mania, I might do a blind run just for my first playthrough. Well, I might, but at the same time, I kind of don't want to because I would like to play on my own time.
Yeah.
Because we can't guarantee. Say I get the game tonight, during NXT, right? I'm not going to be able to play. I'm not going to be able to play the game right then and
well,
there.
There's multiple. Well, you can have multiple save slots.
Yeah, true, but I still would like.
I made those 3 fires that apparently nobody else can without using that middle block.
Oh yeah, this jump here, I could do that in the original as well. The timing is just right for you to be able to do that. I don't know how people find this game super difficult in that regard, but I guess, everybody's different. But let's not blame the game for incompetent gameplay, right? We can't blame the game.
I mean, it was actually so bad. I saw one dude who was playing Crash 3 instantly got killed by the goat in the first level, I believe. Like he just ran up to it and then he just died.
I don't think those people are being serious. I'm not gonna question their credibility, but I'm pretty sure they're making that up just for laughs. Because I have a hard time believing people would have that much difficulty with it. Like I had trouble with Crash 1 when I was a kid, but I find like that was just the game's. Like it was one level in particular that I will say in this game that is extremely stupid. But really, I could blame pretty much everything else in the game just to me not being good at it, I mean, granted, there are some games that are stupidly difficult and kind of unfair. Demon's Crest is one of them. But, yeah. For those who don't know, because Demon's Crest. It's an old SNES game that you can buy on the Wii U eShop. I don't know if it's out on the Switch yet. Demon's Crest is what I consider the hardest game of all time. Demon's Crest is hard. And I know Ghouls and Goblins is technically harder, but Demon's Crest has always gave me trouble. The stream, there is like kind of ghosty, spooky sounds coming from your headset, my friend.
Like what?
It was just like a bunch of air, and it sounded like that. I have
Let my dog out. Let my dog outside.
Oh, okay. I thought you were haunted for a second. Okay.
Okay, up the creek and then Ripperoo.
Ripperoo, one of the more memorable bosses in the game.
And sadly, he was only in 2 games. He was only in 2 Crash games.
Wasn't he? Are you sure? Because I could remember.
If you don't count the racing spinoffs.
Okay. Yeah. Then again, I haven't played the original Crash in a while, so I don't remember. But I'm sure he was more than 2. Because I remember there's one where he's smart, one where he's really dumb. And I thought he was in Crash 3 as well, but I guess not.
And also, let me talk about my introduction to the Crash series. The first Crash game I ever played was Crash Team Racing for the PS1.
Oh, I love that game.
Yep. My first Crash platformer, however, is probably going to disappoint a lot of people. It was Wrath of Cortex.
I'm sure there's people right now being very disappointed. I don't. Here's something for you. My first Crash game was actually Crash 3, I think, because they had the Egyptian level. Which one has the Egyptian level
3.
with the mummies and stuff? It's Crash 3. Okay, that's the first Crash game I ever played, because I remember you go through the market and you run around and stuff. I remember that. That was the first Crash game I saw. I saw it at my cousin's place. Then I got Crash 1. Or 2. It was 2 I got. I loved Crash 2. I played it, loved it, beat it, 100%ed it, all that fun stuff. Played Crash 1 a little bit later. I was like in 7th grade when I played Crash 1. I don't remember what consoles they had out at the time, but I remember it was on the PS1 I played it. And Crash 3, I played Crash 3 right after that, I think. So, Crash 2 was always my favorite, though. I didn't really care for Crash 1 as much. Crash 3, I felt... when I first played Crash 3, it was my favorite, but after, like, replaying it recently, replaying it when the PlayStation 3 version, when I got that one, I didn't find I enjoyed it as much. I didn't enjoy it as much as I remember. All right. But yeah, that was my Crash Bandicoot crash course, so to speak. And here we see the beautiful menu, pause menu. As you can see, 21%. Not bad, not bad. He has 3.
Oh, okay, I'm back.
Oh, okay. I was just advertising the pause menu to people. I was going to say you have 3 of the 726 Chaos Emeralds. You have 21% complete. I was just going to go through that until you come back. I'm stupid, guys. I'm stupid. Y'all know this already, though. Come on, for real. But yeah, that was my introduction to the Crash games. So I can't. Nobody could really say I'm nostalgic for Crash.
Neither me.
1. So because I played Crash 1. But like I said, when I first played Crash, like I didn't really get a PS1. I had an N64. I had a PS1, but it was a little bit later. Like because I had to get one after I played Final Fantasy VII. Because spoilers, guys, I love RPGs. I don't know if we'll ever do an RPG on this channel. It can take a lot of editing. Because I'm pretty sure nobody wants to see us grinding. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and I played Final Fantasy VII. You know, and that's when I got the PS1 and I played Crash 1 and 2. Well, no, Crash. You know, I already forgot how it was, but I know I played Crash 3 first at my cousin's house. I remember we did the Egypt level, we did the water scooter level, we did the dragon tiger level, we did all that stuff. We got pretty far,
and
too,
he just pulls that right out of his ass.
Pulled what, the gem?
Yeah. And there's like a fucking popping noise when he does it.
Yes. That's where Sonic keeps the Chaos Emeralds too. If you ever played any of the 3D games and he pulls out an emerald, he always reaches behind him. So I'm convinced that's what he does. He uses nature's power.
Ripperoo.
The most memorable boss in the game, or one of the most memorable bosses, in my opinion. But yeah, if it wasn't for Crash Bandicoot, I would have never gotten into Banjo-Kazooie. As weird as that sounds, I know.
Timing may be a little off on these.
So, care to explain what's happening in this boss fight?
We have to jump on. The TNT boxes, so that Ripperoo would just run into them and just blow up.
Yes.
And we did it. It's not that hard when you actually get the timing right.
Future you did it.
I seen one. Actually, the funny thing is, I seen one streamer playing it. She got so frustrated with this, she actually broke her monitor.
Wow. How?
I guess, and she just threw her controller at the fucking monitor and it broke.
No, I'm not saying how she broke her monitor. I'm saying how do you have that much trouble with such a simple boss? It's literally this game doesn't really have any hard bosses.
Not really. Neither of these games have hard bosses. Okay, true. Time for a level where we can't die once. Lost City.
This will be fun.
Because every time we die, I have to exit to the main menu just to retry the level.
This is going to be fun.
Let's hope it goes smoothly then.
Yeah. Because We can be stuck on something for hours.
It didn't take me that long to get it on my original run when I played it on my console.
Yeah, because we did play this when you were over here. We played this.
Yep.
And we had trouble.
Ah, frickin' bats!
Batman! There we go.
Hey, Brio. Or Fate, Brio's head.
I'm trying to be kind of quiet here because I'm enjoying the gameplay.
Also, there's like an Aqua mask up there, but I do not know how to get it. And you can tell it's an Aqua mask because of the outlines.
You see, I wonder if you have to just power jump straight up. Because the shadow reflects on the side. I wonder if it's reflecting that way.
Some people have actually gotten it.
Yeah, they got it by power jumping straight up.
I have no idea how they got it.
Dynamic
Go over there. Oh. Well, our first restart.
Oh, you died? I just did that. Oh, yeah, there we go. I thought the thing was about to jump into you. I thought there was no delay for a second there.
It happens. That's what happens when you try to go for the Brio token and the fucking extra life. And plus, that iguana only has 2 patterns. Jumping to the right and jumping to the left.
Jump to the left. Jump to the right. Jump to the left. Now jump to the right. Who sings that song, by the way? Because there's a song like that, I don't remember who sings that song.
I don't remember either, but it's like slide to the left, slide to the right, crisscross.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And then, they play...
Every party or wedding or school dance, that's the one song they consistently play.
Always. Even at a fucking high school party, too. Even at a high school fucking school dance.
I swear I went to a funeral and they were playing that song one time.
Not sure why.
I don't know either, but I'm not even joking. I'm completely serious. I genuinely think that's what they were playing. I don't know if that's just a down here thing, or if they do that all across the United States, but yeah, we have a weird affinity for that song.
Or at least the schools do.
Yeah. Or every public function in existence, apparently, because I swear, you could go to a live wrestling event down here, and then they play that song. For everybody sitting in the chair, where they go slide to? They're sitting in their chairs.
I was too far to the left. So I missed it.
We're just gonna keep that's gonna be the theme of this too, that song. We're just gonna be like, you should have slid to the right.
At least for the 2D sections.
Yeah, the 2D sections are a little tricky. You know what? I'm going to say, completely unrelated, y'all. Hear me out. Sonic Lost World would have been a vastly superior game had they not had any 2D sections. Huh? Tony, what do you think of that?
It depends.
Yeah, because he has beaten us, right?
Mm-hmm.
We beat it together. When you came to my house, the only level you didn't play was the first level. Yeah, he pretty much beat the entire game in one sitting. And, which I found pretty impressive considering people complain about the difficulty of that game. So yeah. You remember that? Oh.
And thanks for a Wumpa fruit. Yep. Huh?
Yeah, you beat the entire game in one sitting. 100% ending and all, so.
Okay.
It's weird how people mix up the difficulty from time to time. You know, some people may find something enormously unfairly challenging.
Yeah, because
but then you have people who just pick it up and grab it like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because apparently everybody thinks that Crash Bandicoot is the Dark Souls of platformers.
Believe it or not, I've actually heard some people were saying Mania is hard like that. I haven't played Mania and I've been avoiding it like the plague online because I don't want to be spoiled. But like I said, I think I said it during the stream, I have seen people say that the game is extremely difficult. Which is no real surprise because I've seen a lot of people say that, oh, that's just cornered you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of people say games that are pretty easy are actually really hard. So.
I've actually seen people that say they have a hard time playing Sonic 2.
Oh Lord.
And I can tell you this. I suck dick at Sonic games, at 2D Sonic games. I can still play Sonic 2 and still enjoy myself. And I'm not even that big of a Sonic fan.
If they would have said Sonic 1, I would have asked what level. Because you can't tell me Scrap Brain Zone is really easy.
Most people would say it's Labyrinth Zone.
Yeah, Labyrinth Zone isn't really difficult though. Labyrinth Zone, what makes Labyrinth Zone hard is that it's slower paced from everything else. The level design itself isn't really funky or anything. Although I can see why people would have a hard time with it, you know what I'm saying? But like Scrap Brain Zone is a pretty tough level. There's another one too, I can't think of the name. I don't think it's Labyrinth Zone. It's the level... With the pit. It's a giant pit. Oh, I can't remember.
Been a while since you played Sonic 1?
Yeah. To be fair, and this is gonna rub a ton of people the wrong way, so get ready. Hold on to your controversy helmet, people. But I really don't care for Sonic 1. I actually think the Game Gear version is better.
Well, I think we can all agree Sonic Genesis is actually the worst port of Sonic 1.
Yes. If you know what? It's definitive, factual. That is the worst port of Sonic 1. I dare somebody to try to defend that. That is undefendable game right there.
Oh yeah.
It is undefendable. There is no possible... Like, you could defend Sonic 06, right? I've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't defend Sonic Genesis. There's absolutely... I refuse to believe you can seriously think that game's good.
Because if you thought, like... Going back to what I was saying about how, you can make a complaint about Sonic 1, with Labyrinth Zone being one of the harder levels. Try playing Labyrinth Zone on the fucking, on Sonic Genesis.
You know what? I did not own Sonic Genesis because I stopped playing Sonic after I played 06. But I had played an emulated version of Sonic Genesis, and I can tell you, the second level, Marble Zone, is so bad. It is awful. I didn't even want to get the Labyrinth Zone to see how much worse it would be.
Oh, it fucking chugs. I've seen it.
The whole game chugs. that is chug the game.
Okay, try it chugging in the fucking with water physics. As it is.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I have to take my absolute time with those platforms because I'm used to Stormy Ascent where I'm just constantly moving across those platforms. I'm just bouncing on those platforms like mad.
Yeah. It's tough to get used to once you get the feel of it.
Yeah, because once you play some of these earlier levels where the platforms move very slowly, it fucks up your timing a little bit, especially after playing something like Stormy Ascent, where you're just constantly moving.
Yeah.
Oh, no you don't.
I'm just thinking about it now. I wonder if I should go on a forum, just put on there. I dare you to defend Sonic Genesis.
You have to be specific.
How many people's gonna actually do it? Yeah, I'll say that too. Like the GBA port Sonic Genesis. Tell me that's a good game. Like genuinely. Because I've seen people defend the stupidest stuff on gaming forums. I'm sure anybody's been on a gaming forum would agree with you that people defend some crazy things on there.
Oh my god, yeah. Like, how can you defend something that's virtually fucking unplayable? That's a port of something that plays wonderfully on the fucking Genesis. Exactly. When the Game Boy Advance is supposed to be more powerful than the Genesis.
Yeah. It's amazing.
There you go. Fuck you, Red Iguana.
So the Red Iguanas are... If anybody's played video game platformers before, you'll know that enemies of the same design usually have color variations. And their color variations determine their difficulty, how much better they are.
Oh man, I remember this. There's a fucking pattern for this one.
There you go.
Yeah, there's like a specific pattern for this one. You have to wait for all of them to be raised up before you can move. Otherwise, you're screwed. Except for this one.
Hey. Patience. I will move quiet.
Yeah, yummy Wumpa fruit. I don't think Wumpa fruit is actually real because the insides of it is purple.
You'd be surprised at how some fruits insides are. Have you ever heard the noni fruit?
Are you thinking about what I'm actually thinking of?
No.
Is it the one I'm actually thinking of that tastes like vomit? That smells and tastes really bad?
I don't think it tastes bad. I think it just smells bad. And I'm not talking about the durian. The durian, I don't know. I never tried it. I don't know what it tastes like, but from my understanding, it's not bad. Unless you're thinking about a different fruit.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Because there's a fruit that is supposedly smells really bad and tastes really bad. And it's supposed to be healthy for you.
It's probably the noni. It might be, I don't know. But it looks really weird. It looks like you wouldn't be able to eat it. It looks like a sick tumor. Full of circles. It looks really ugly. I wouldn't put it in my mouth.
Oh, my Wumpa fruit. At least a good thing with these bonus stages is that you don't. These don't count for. These don't count towards not getting the box gem if you die.
Yep. Well, that's the good thing, because I think in the original one, if you died, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, somebody, but if you actually go ahead and die during these, I think it actually does take away from your completion.
These never counted in the original when you were just going for the box gems. No, they were just for you to save. They were just for you to save and get extra lives.
Did not learn something.
It's only with this remaster that they actually made them count.
Okay. Yeah, because I have never 100%ed Crash 1 because I could never be bothered to. I never really cared.
I was just so focused.
Ooh.
I was so focused on trying to get through that.
There we go. Man. Yep. Crash 2 has always been my favorite. It still is. I love Crash 3. Crash 2 is my favorite.
Okay, let's try this again. Because the trick is that you want to get rid of both the first and second. You want to get rid of the top and bottom ones first.
This is a pretty challenging section right here. Can't lie.
Got it. Woo! And we got 200. We got 209 Wumpa fruit.
2 lives. Instead of 2 chains, 2 lives. I'm surprised there's not a rapper named that already, though.
I should have waited. I should have waited.
I didn't see. Yeah, you should have.
I get so paranoid with that damn iguana.
Again.
It's not that bad though.
No, you actually, I think you're not technically halfway through the game yet.
No.
I don't think. But you are like at least a quarter of the way done with the game. So not bad.
There's only like 26 levels in general.
Yeah, this game isn't really long. You see guys and girls, my boys and my girls. The reason video games back then tend to be more difficult. My praying mantis is actually doing what I just did. Anyway, the reason games back then were a little bit more difficult was because they were shorter. You know, the games couldn't be as long as they are now. Now you can have like a 20, 30-hour game. You know, back then games tended to be shorter. However, they used to have them have a little bit harder difficulty. The difficulty used to be greater, so that way it could challenge the player. And they used to have more whatchamacallits, collectibles, things like that. That's why they did that. They made those things, certain things, challenging. It was to extend the playtime, make sure the player is 100% in love with what they're playing. That's not the correct word. I know. I think it's content. I can't think right now. Yes, I do have a praying mantis too. I just realized I said that out loud. Yeah, my praying mantis is in her big tank right now. Very happy. Her name is Cypher. Skullnate has gone quiet. I wonder what happened.
I was letting you talk.
Focus. Huh?
I was letting you talk.
Oh, you were letting me talk?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I tend to ramble on sometimes. The loss.
At the very least, when you get up to around this point, lives are getting a game over is almost inconsequential at this point.
Yeah.
If you go for all the bonus rooms, you stock up lives like fucking crazy.
Lives were never really hard to get in Crash games. At least I don't think they were.
No, not really. They always gave you a spot where you can stock up on them.
Yeah.
Especially this game. This game gives you lives like fucking candy.
Well, here's a question for you. And,
yep.
Very interested to hear what you have to say. Are unnecessary.
Depends on the game.
Okay. Because I tend to see a lot of people say that these remakes, they're not updated because they use the live system and that they should take the live system out in these games.
I don't agree with that. Because look at all the Sonic games that come out. They still work on a live system.
Yeah, and you see though, that's what I'm saying. They say that for the Sonic games as well. They're saying that the live system is outdated. It's something that needs to go away. The checkpoint system is in place now.
Man.
That's what should replace things. That's why I was just curious. Because you see me, I'd like you when it came to that, because you said pretty much the same thing I would say. It depends on the game. Like in a first-person shooter, yeah, I probably want a checkpoint system more than a life system, right? You don't want to have a game over just because you keep getting killed by one sniper. But in a platformer, I prefer a life system.
Yeah, it actually makes you. It actually makes you better at the game.
Yeah, like sure, you may have to replay it a couple times, and some people may view that as punishing the player. But it's also forcing the player to get good at what they're doing. And I know people say get good, so, oh, it's a derogatory remark because, you know, you shouldn't force the play. Gaming should be an escape. It is an escape, but it's improving your reaction time. It's getting you better at the mechanics of the game. And guess what? One day, you're going to be older after you learn to beat the game the way it wants you to play it. You come back and play it, and you're going to be like, man, this is way easier than I remember. I don't know about you, but that's how it is for me when I replayed a Mario game recently. I replayed Mario Brothers 3. I was actually shocked at how easy some of the harder levels were because I played that game religiously as a kid, and I used to think that game was hard.
I think for platformers, a live system does work. I mean, the only times I don't understand lives in a fucking game genre is an RPG.
Yeah, that's perfect right there. I don't understand it in there either. Why do you have lives in an RPG?
But other than that, in a platformer, nothing is really wrong with having lives in a platformer. Especially an old school one like this.
Yeah. I feel like platforming.
Yeah, plus this game was designed around getting a whole bunch of lives. Because this game gives you lives like fucking candy.
Yeah. Now you see in the Mario games still use lives, and I feel like the Mario games use lives, but they don't use them correctly. And I know that's going to be a very bad thing to say as well. But the Mario games, if you notice, like Galaxy 2. Okay, I was trying to do Grandmaster Galaxy, which is, I think, the hardest level in the game, right? It's the hardest level in the game. I was trying to do it, kept running out of lives. I had like 99 lives, and I went all the way down to 0 because that level was giving me a hard time. It's really hard. I'm not going to sit here and lie. You only could get hit once. It's really hard too. But when you get game overs, it just brings you back to your ship. And then you can go back and do the level again. There's no real punishment there other than it just takes you out of where you are. And it removes your checkpoints. That's fine to me. Actually, I think I just answered my own question. Because yeah, I think that's the way it should be. It should remove your checkpoints. It shouldn't save your checkpoints. I was thinking about the other Mario games, the ones that do save your checkpoints. And I don't remember which one they are. Is it Mario World that saves your checkpoints?
Yeah, I think that's the one. Yeah. Super Mario World actually has checkpoints.
Yeah. Somebody please correct me if I'm wrong. But I feel like the life system. Excuse me, just say I feel like a life system should, like, if the levels have midway checkpoints, a life system should be used to wipe away those checkpoints. That way the player has to go and get those checkpoints again. You know? I feel like that way would improve their skills, but at the same time not punish them too much. So what do you think of that? What you were about to say?
I was going to say it was Super Mario World that has the checkpoints, because I remember most of the other Mario games don't have a checkpoint system. At least not until Super Mario World.
Yeah, I believe they didn't get checkpoints in the 3D games until Galaxy. I'm not a Mario fan, really. I love the Mario games, and I like to play them, and I'm really excited for Odyssey.
All I know is that when it comes to, I'm trying to remember which one it is. I think it's Super Mario 3D World, where if you die like several times, they just give you like a gold Tanuki suit just to blaze through the level without worrying about death.
That's what it is. That's what I was thinking of. I thought it was a life system, but I was thinking of the one that if you die a bunch, it doesn't take away your checkpoints. Instead, it just gives you like this power up that you go through the rest of the game. So it isn't technically a life system I was thinking about there. I was thinking about just the easy mode. But yeah, it's something like that. But see, a life system shouldn't do that. Because they do that in Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, which is a pretty difficult game. But that's pretty stupid because the game is marketed around being hard. So if I die a whole bunch, and then they give me easy mode, then kind of what's the point of that?
There really isn't.
Yeah, that still kind of sucks. So. I love that game though. I would say that the easy, if you die a whole bunch, go ahead and hit the barrel and turn into golden DK and rush through the level. It'll play itself for you. I think that's a mistake, and the mini games are the only issues with that game.
And yes, I know it is a little frustrating to see me keep doing the same level, but if we're gonna go for 100% completion, we have to try to get this green gem.
Oh yeah.
I know it is a little frustrating having to see me do the same level over and over. If I don't get it here, I'll probably just move on.
True, but you know what though? People, this is the tricks. If you really watch and see how he's doing his timing, yeah, he makes mistakes here and there. Everybody does, we're human. You're gonna learn something from watching things. You can learn from watching. So I feel like it's important to see what you need to do. It might help some people learn those tricks.
All I will say though is fuck trying to do the time relics and this and Sunset Vista.
These levels were not designed for time trial.
Nope. And from what I hear, from what I hear is that we may be getting another DLC soon in the form of the beta version of Sunset Vista.
Huh.
Before it got reworked into what we got now. And from what I saw of it, it just looked ridiculous.
My DLC, my wish list for DLC for this game, Crash Team Racing. That's my wish list.
Okay, I guess we'll just move on. Oh. Right. Cut out.
I am here. I just had to mute my mic right quick. I had to do something.
Okay, so let's just try to get through the level.
All right, you died.
Because I don't want to spend too much time on.
Yeah, I could understand that. I mean, like I said, though, I don't think it's a bad thing necessarily, but I know people tend to tune out. They don't like to see the same thing over and over again. But like I said, it's important to watch something to learn it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I like to do?
Then again, who's going to learn anything from us?
I'm sure there's some people out there, right? I mean, come on, guys. You can learn things from us. You can learn how to not be us. That's right. That's thing. Not. You know, in school, I used to, whenever the DARE teachers used to come around, they told us we have to come up with a slogan, and I used to tell them my slogan would be, and I'm straight edge, by the way. Well, I'm not straight edge, but I don't do drugs and stuff. I'm not straight edge with the spiky hair and wearing all black and music. No, I'm not into all that. But I don't do drugs or nothing.
but I used to like to mess with the dare cops, and I used to tell them my slogan would be, "Don't be like me, be drug free." Don't do drugs, kids. So I don't know why I had to share that.
Okay, this pattern again. Yeah, maybe later on we'll come back and try to get the green gem. Cause I don't know why I always fuck up on this every now and then.
Is this the part where I'm supposed to brag and say I would get it on my first try if it was me?
Knowing you, you probably wouldn't get it on until your 50th try.
Hey, you know what? I'm actually going to say that sometimes I actually surprise myself because I only remember how when Bloodborne first came out and you told me the Bloodstarved Beast was really hard? I only died to him once. And that wasn't even my first playthrough. My first playthrough, I actually literally beat him on my first try. And I thought, wow, this boss is really hard, he's really fast, and I still beat him on my first try. So I tend to get dumb luck. Usually if y'all tell me something is bad, I'll somehow beat it on my first go. I don't know how. I'm not exaggerating either. I don't know. I know I can't prove it, but I don't know why. It's just the way it is.
Until you actually fought Ludwig.
Yeah, Ludwig was tough.
I still remember how you were playing it, and after your several deaths later, you just went fucking quiet.
Yeah, Ludwig was tough. You know what? I kind of want to finish the DLC just so I could go ahead and refight Ludwig on a new character because I'm interested in testing out builds with Ludwig. I don't know if the online community for Bloodborne is still big, but I know it's still pretty massive for Dark Souls 1. I think Dark Souls 1 is going to be a game that From Software just never turns down the servers for, because people still play that game a lot.
Oh yeah.
And I love Dark Souls 1. I wish I could stream that. I love that game so much. I have problems with it. Oh lord, do I have problems with it, but I love that game. I was actually thinking my next game could be Dark Souls 3. I like how Skull Nate just went completely quiet there. Look at my praying mantis just hanging. Nobody could see him right now. But I like how Skull Nate just went completely quiet there because he knows my torment of Dark Souls 3. Like I have not had an easy time with Dark Souls 3.
And I have. Because you lended it to me?
Yes, Dark Souls 3 is tough. Only because I have trouble with the Lothric Knights. I cannot figure out their pattern. No matter what I do, they always counter me. And I have no idea on how to trigger, how to make them look easy. I'm not good at the parry system yet, I think. That's what it is. I think the parries throw me off. Because they're not really like Dark Souls 1.
I don't even use parries when I fight them.
Really?
Yeah, I don't really use parries.
Do you backstab?
No. I don't even backstab.
Really? You see, I think you told me to take the game more like Bloodborne. I haven't gotten to the Lothric Knights yet. I think that's probably what it is too. I'm playing the game like Dark Souls. And Dark Souls and Bloodborne have distinctly different gameplay patterns, so they might be made by the same people.
And the reason I tell him to try to play the game like Bloodborne is because the enemies in Dark Souls 3 act like Bloodborne enemies.
Yeah.
That's why I gave him that advice.
You don't want to hold back against the enemies in Bloodborne. Holding back is pretty much death.
Yep, and that's how the Dark Souls enemy act.
Yeah. And I think that's probably what screws me up most of the time. I haven't picked it up back. I started playing Doom again. Well, actually, I haven't. I have Doom. I'm looking at it right now. The case is right on my shelf. But I've been playing Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver on the Dreamcast. Yeah, that's what I've been playing lately. I am lost too.
So, who's been watching The Defenders on Netflix? It's seen all the other shows.
Yeah, I have Netflix. I just have not been using it. I don't typically watch TV. You know what I've been? Like I said, I've been playing Legacy of Kain and just writing on the side. I haven't really been doing any watching, but I did start watching Daredevil, the first season. Really love that show. Like the last episode I saw was, well, I'm not gonna spoil what happened. Let's just say, Kingpin wasn't very happy with one of his guys, and it involved a car, and it was really something.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure Skull Nate, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah?
Mm-hmm. And I do recommend watching The Defenders.
Well, I think our stream's cutting up. Check.
Oh, is it?
Because you just
that was stupid of me. That was stupid of me.
Good, it's in good health, so it might just be my internet acting weird. You know, I actually did see that Infinity War trailer. I saw the Infinity War trailer from what it was. I don't remember what
the leaked Infinity War trailer, I should say.
Yes.
We don't want to give people the wrong impression.
Yes. I apologize for that, because yeah, it was leaked. You know what? I'm going to come out and say I don't like when Disney does that, when they release a trailer, because they want it to feel special for the people who attend, but then they don't think, well, the people who attend are getting to meet the actors, so therefore that is already something special, because none of us at home are going to get to meet the actors.
Well,
you know,
to be fair, they don't really show them off because the effects aren't really finished, and they don't want to put out a trailer that doesn't have finished effects.
True.
And people at Comic-Con are used to seeing unfinished trailers.
Yeah, not true. I 100% agree with that. Like, you don't want to release something that's unfinished, right? I never want to do. I mean, that's why my album. Me and my sister have a joke right now, where we keep making fun of the fact that my album didn't come out because it's funny, but it's not finished. So I'm not gonna release it yet. But it's still. I still feel like, you know, if you're gonna show a trailer for something, at least have something there that you can release for everybody, because it's gonna be leaked. There's no way it's not gonna not be leaked. And you know, I know the mainstream audience might not be mature enough to handle something with unfinished effects, but I feel like they could probably work around that. You know what I'm saying? Like, find a workaround.
Okay,
that's all I'm saying. You could find a workaround to it. It doesn't have to look finished. It could look incomplete. You just gotta find the workaround. But I have seen the trailer.
That is why you do not spin attack into fucking iguanas. You have to bounce on them.
Yeah, I just saw it now. That's why. I think Skull Nate gave up on that minigame as well, because that one is hard.
It's very precise how you do it.
And you see, folks, this is why we're not going for the platinum relics, because can you imagine?
Oh boy, get ready for this. Ow, 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 ow.
I know what's happening, but I can't see it. Here we go. I don't know why this is satisfying. Poor Crash. He's dead. Oh.
60 boxes, and that would have killed any Bandicoot. Remember, kids, no Bandicoots were harmed in the making of this game. As the ending credits of this game suggest, no Bandicoots were harmed.
Oh, they still do that.
That's cool. Because I remember they do that in the original, right?
I don't know if they did it in the original, but I know the Spiral games did it. They always say, no sheep were harmed in the making of this game. Though there were Norks.
Yeah. You know, I think they did it in the original. I actually was fixing to play Spiral at some point really soon because I do have the ways to play the first Spiral game, and I was really interested in playing it. So, just have not yet.
And that is my dog.
Now you see, these stages are a little weird. Camera angle is a little off for these stages.
A little bit.
Yeah, it's not horrible, but it's a little off. I think running forward is still the one. If there was one thing I would want them to change for the remake, it would be make the camera swivel behind him when he's running forward. But these jumps can be a little tricky if you don't pay attention to the drop shadow. I know that's a lost art in gaming today, like people forget their drop shadows exist, but yeah, just keep an eye on your drop shadow and you'll be fine. The camera is a little off, you'll be fine if you just look at the shadow.
Drop shadow is there for a reason.
Yep. It's not there because it looks good, folks. It's there because it helps. Because this game has dynamic lighting, as you can obviously see. At least it appears to have dynamic lighting. So typically, the games like that wouldn't need drop shadow. But because the lighting is all over the place, they put a shadow right underneath of Crash. And it's there for a reason.
I was looking at to make that jump.
I am so impressed with how this game looks. It's really beautiful.
Timer is off. Also, there's like another thing I have to mention too about the Insane Trilogy. Something that they added.
Oh.
And that's if you die enough times in a level, some of the boxes would actually turn into checkpoints.
That wasn't in the original?
Nope.
Well, you see, that's better than that's actually a better way to do it than what the newer Mario games and all do, where they basically just give you the you know, like I'm never gonna stop complaining about that because I think that's really stupid that they do that. So.
Ow.
Oh. Yeah, I remember that part right there. I definitely remember that with the boxes that appear. Oh, yes. Oh, and Crash Bandicoot has just become Bandicoot paper.
And those bats. Or wouldn't you say he became a Crash sandwich?
Ah, good in reference right there. I just caught to what you're saying. You just became a Bandicoot sandwich.
Oh, spiders. Good thing I don't have arachnophobia.
I feel sorry for people that have arachnophobia that would live that lives in well, lives where we live, because we have spiders everywhere outside. No matter how clean you are, the spiders will find a way.
Yep. And that would mean some people just aren't Spider-Man fans because of arachnophobia.
Really, too? Are people like... They're really people that aren't fans of Spider-Man just because they're...
I don't know. I don't think so.
I'm not knocking them if they are. I'm just saying, like, if that was true or not. Because I could definitely imagine people would be afraid of spiders. They wouldn't really like Spider-Man. But at the same time, he is Spider-Man and not Spider-Bug. So, or Arachnid.
Yep. Speaking of which, I saw the episode for the new cartoon, Marvel Spider-Man.
How is it?
It's decent. It's not relatively good. It's also not bad either. As I was worried it would be, because we had Ultimate Spider-Man, which was fucking shit.
So basically, what you're saying is the new Spider-Man game, cartoon. Oh, hold on a minute, please.
Okay. Okay, now we're on to Road to Nowhere. Basically, this is where some of the hitbox issues I was talking about before shows up.
Right. I'm back. And as I was saying before, I had to go real quick. Oh Lord, you're doing the road level. The new Spider-Man cartoon is basically the ukulele of Spider-Man cartoons. That's what you're saying.
Still too early to tell. You can't really judge it based off the first episode.
True. I just wanted to make a bad joke. I haven't played ukulele yet, but I heard it's average.
There are some things I enjoy about it. The one thing that I saw in some of the clips, and I still don't like, Vulture looks like shit.
Okay.
I will say that.
Like, I'm not going to say really anything, because I typically, I'm not really a fan of really the newer animation stuff. I mean, I love anime, obviously. Big fan of Dragon Ball Z here, but I'm not really into like the newer American animation stuff, because I find they all use the same style. Like, their art styles might be different, but their animation style is all virtually similar, you know? They're virtually the same, so I'm not really a fan of it. But I did give Ultimate Spider-Man a shot, and good God. Never again. I will say that. Never again.
Oh my god,
and
yeah.
for those wondering, my new favorite anime, there's two shows I really did like when it came to American animation, and that was both Cartoon Network shows, of all things, and that was Adventure Time, which was really good. I don't know if it's canceled or not, but it was really good. And Regular Show, I enjoyed Regular Show quite a bit. It was really entertaining. That being said, I know Regular Show got canceled, and I don't know if Adventure Time's canceled yet, but I imagine it probably is.
It's Cartoon Network. What do you expect?
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say like my only main negative with the Spider-Man show is that Vulture looks like shit. Not just because of the animation, but because of how he's designed. His design, his costume is fucking ass. Which really sucks. It sucks because his the promotional art we've seen, where he actually looks like he does in the movie, Spider-Man Homecoming, looks 10 times better than what he looks like in the fucking show right now.
I have no idea why they can't just design a good suit. I mean, look, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend, I'm some god amongst men when it comes to art, but I'm pretty sure if Marvel contacted me and said, we want you to come up with a design for like Vulture and stuff, I would probably come up with a pretty decent looking suit, because I'm not really, I would look at it from a more realistic perspective and probably go off the Spider-Man Homecoming design. If anything, if I'm going to go off anything, that's what I would do.
And some of the jokes in that episode was a hit. Some of them were miss. There were plenty of misses. Everything else, though, it was pretty decent. Animation was... Well, the animation is improved from that Scorpion sneak peek we saw before.
I'm still waiting on that new Sonic anime series.
Well, you do have Sonic Boom.
Still waiting. Oh yeah, and Sonic Boom is actually really intended, but I'm talking about a hand-drawn animation series. I'm still waiting on it. Because Sonic Boom is completely CGI, so it's good, but CGI doesn't impress me as much as hand-drawn animation. And you know, maybe so that's not the popular thing to say, but guys, I just don't really care for CGI animation. I prefer hand-drawn animation. I'm old school. What can I say?
And I will say this for the Spider-Man show, at least from the episodes I'm seeing so far, or at least the first episode and what I can guess, he is not going to have a team, at least from what it looks like from the first season, at least so far. Which honestly, as I said this before, you want to introduce Miles, if you want to introduce Miles Morales to Spider-Man or Spider-Gwen, wait until season 2 to do them. You can have them as characters. You can have them as characters in the first season. Just introduce them as main characters, but don't introduce their Spider-Verse personas until the second season. Have the first season be all about Spider-Man learning responsibility. If they do that, then if they actually go with that, then that would be a vast improvement over Ultimate Spider-Man, because they felt like Spider-Man needed to be on a fucking team to learn responsibility. Which...
Now, Scott. Oh, you can finish.
Well, I was going to say, which... That's not what Spider-Man's about. Spider-Man doesn't learn responsibility just from being on a fucking team.
Yeah.
He learns it on his own.
Actually, what I was going to say was actually going to kind of mirror what you said a little bit, but I was going to ask... Now... This is kind of like fantasy world, right? Say this is a fantasy world. And you have control of the Spider-Man IP. You can do whatever you want with it. The first film, like if you had to make a film or a miniseries, I'm pretty sure you would choose film, right? Although you have more say in miniseries, but say they want you to release a film alongside a miniseries. Do you think that the villains should be the face of the miniseries? That way you could flesh them out, and then when the movies come around, you could have Spider-Man be the main hero. You already have a fully fleshed out villain. Then you could just put that fleshed out villain into that character role for a Spider-Man film. Do you think that would work? That's what I'm basically was going to ask. Because I was thinking, before you answer, I was thinking, what if the MCU worked that way, where they made a villain show where the villains are being bad and doing stuff for coming up with their ultimate plan for the heroes to foil in the films? Like, how would you feel about that? What do you think of that?
It depends on how the miniseries is written, because...
Oh yeah, definitely.
With all honesty, the thing is, it's tough to do a miniseries based off of a villain without having any kind of draw to it. Like, what would be the draw to do a miniseries with the villain as the main character?
Now, you see, well, this is what I was talking about, is the villains themselves, like their origin, like the origin of Norman Osborn, for example, how he wants to come up with this, he's building weapons and all, and he's doing all this pharmaceutical stuff or whatever he does. I don't know. I'm not big on Spider-Man lore, right? But like when he invents the Green Goblin potion or whatever it is, and he uses it on himself, like that could be the end of the series, but then it could transition to the movie. Like it would show like his life and stuff like that. Like, that's generally what I'm saying. Like, for Vulture, you could do whatever events caused him to become the Vulture. You could do whatever events caused Eddie Brock to become Venom. You know, stuff like that. Or Cletus Cassidy. Like, a Cletus Cassidy show. I think I would watch that just on impulse alone. So, like, that's what I'm talking about. Stuff like that.
It depends on how well it's... It all depends on how well it's written, and it depends on... can you actually do a series where a villain is a main character and make it interesting enough for people to watch?
Yeah. Now, you see, I like fleshed out villains. As you know, I have a preference. My kind of villains are the bad guys, the evil, Titanic bad guys. I don't really care what their backstory is, because I feel like you shouldn't really care about a villain. A villain is bad. You shouldn't really have feelings for a villain, right? But you can have feelings for a villain because their backstory can draw you in. Like Doctor Doom. I've been doing research for Doctor Doom because I read the new Fantastic Four movie Ruined Him, so I wanted to see what it was talking about. And apparently Doctor Doom's a very deep character. I think you could do a series about Doctor Doom. But like you said, it comes down to the writing, because you could have a terrible writer like Michael Bay could write your series and just be about explosions and action and, oh look, all these people dying and stuff. That's not going to be good. That's going to be garbage.
Just like how apparently they're doing a Bumblebee spinoff movie, and Michael Bay's the producer.
I heard of that. But that's what I'm basically saying. Like, the villain movie, you're right, it would need a draw. But I feel like if you say, okay, this is the villain that's going to be... Well, you don't even have to say it. You just have to have the people suspect we're making a villain show. Because the rumor is Sony's making a Venom movie, and it's not connected to the MCU at all.
That's not even a rumor at this point. It's full unconfirmed.
Okay, well, there you go. But, like, if the MCU went ahead and did a Venom miniseries, and it was connected to the MCU, and it wasn't called Venom, it was just something else that connected to the Spider-Man movies, but they didn't tell you Venom's going to be in the movie. They just told you this connects to the MCU and it's about Eddie Brock. You could kind of infer that Venom's going to be a villain in a future film, and I think that would probably be the hook. You know what I'm saying? Of course you need good writers, though. I mean, let's be honest. A lot of the reason movies suck is because the writers they hire are like, they don't know what they're doing. You know?
Oh yeah. And I think a lot of people are already calling it that the Venom movie is probably gonna bomb, because it doesn't even seem like they're actually making it with any good intentions, like any good rhyme or reason.
And you know what's sad? I love Venom. Venom's my favorite Spider-Man villain. Like, I know people say the Joker's the Batman, you know, that's Batman's greatest villain. For Spider-Man, it's the Green Goblin. For me, it was always Venom. I love Venom. I vastly prefer Venom to Green Goblin, which is probably blasphemy to the Spider-Man fan base, but it's true. I just do. I prefer Venom and Carnage. Those are my favorites.
I always preferred Lizard. I always preferred Lizard because...
That's respectable to me, because I actually do enjoy Lizard quite a bit.
Because Lizard actually is actually a lot more complicated, and it actually ties into a Spider-Man's duality that is famous for, because the Lizard is Doc Connors, who basically just gets turned into a lizard because he wants to do good. But the lizard just wants to use that just wants to turn everybody into a lizard just because he thinks they're superior.
Yeah. Now, you see, that would be an awesome miniseries to me. A story about Doc Connors, that would be awesome. I would watch that. Because they wouldn't even have to say, oh, the Lizard's going to be a villain in a future Spider-Man movie. Like a Spider-Man Homecoming 2, or whatever they're going to call it. They don't have to come out and say, Lizard is going to be the main villain of the movie. They could just have the series about Doc Connors, and it could just be a one-season series. They don't even have to make like a season 2. Just one season, boom, end it right there, with him becoming the Lizard at the end. And then he could show up in the Spider-Man Homecoming sequel as the villain. Things get crazy. You know what I'm talking about. You understand what I'm saying, right? Like, I'm not... I was just thinking, like, what if they did that? How would that be? Because I feel like they could probably even test out original villains that way too. Because that's my thing about the MCU. I love the MCU. I really want them to come up with more original characters.
Ooh, that was close.
Yeah, that was close. Well, the flame part was close. I don't know if you're talking about the same thing. But
not the flame. You'll see it pretty soon.
Yeah, it should be any second now. Holy crap, yeah, that was skin of your teeth, my friend. Oh my goodness, that was skin of your teeth. That was very, you almost got pushed right off right there like 4 times.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But that's what I was thinking, like what if they did the series like that? It would be very interesting to me. But I want, like I'm saying, for the MCU. I love the MCU, I really do. But I still kind of want them to come up with more original characters, because I feel like you could do a lot with, you could only do so much with the characters you have written, right? I mean, they're established, you don't want to mess with too much of their traits, because then the fans are going to complain. You don't want to really take those characters away, because you take them away, and then you're kind of robbing the fans of that fan base, because now, you know, you don't have those same characters there, but you can introduce new characters that are exclusive to that, and maybe those exclusive characters could transition into the comics after, kind of like Harley Quinn did in the Batman animated series.
Well,
now she's one of the biggest characters in the world. So,
now, to be fair, a lot of the characters that they're doing movies and shows around, we have never seen in any form besides the comics.
Really?
Yeah, like Cloak and Dagger, for example.
Yeah.
Like,
I never heard of it.
Here's an honest question. If for those who are watching, does anyone know who Cloak and Dagger is before they ever announced the show?
Yeah.
I know. I didn't know. I can already tell not that many people know of Cloak and Dagger.
Yeah. Well,
before the show.
Yeah. You see, like I said, I don't know who they are. The fact, though, is that because now I know they're in the comics, I could read up on them. Now, true, the TV series is obviously going to be different. They're going to be adapted. But I still could read about them. That's what I mean. I want a character that I can't read about. I want something completely original that's never going to show up. Good God!
What?
You just got blown to smithereens in that minigame, but yeah, I want an original character that you don't really see of, or maybe even, it doesn't even have to be a full original character. It could just be a character we haven't really heard of before, like they just name dropped and never said anything about, ever. I feel like that would be cool. I just want to see something like that. Not that I hate the comic characters, I just want to see the MCU grow to where it becomes self-sustaining and they don't need to rely on the comics. They could come up with their own heroes and villains and it could be separate from the comics.
Bro, they got like plenty of other characters to use for the MCU, and it'll be a while before we actually go back to stuff like Captain America.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I love Captain America. I would watch another movie if they announced the 4 right now. But that's what I'm saying. That's just, I want them to do stuff like that, because imagine how cool it would be if they come up with some new heroes, new villains that we've never seen before, and we only see them on the big screen. Then we know their whole backstory. We know everything about them, and we don't have to go and read supplemental stuff. We just know who they are based off the film. That's kind of what I want. Not because I don't read the comics, I do read them. It's just there's so many. You know what I mean? Comic book.
I feel like with a lot of the comic book movies, though, like Captain America and Iron Man and stuff, I don't think, because when you watch them, I don't think it's 100% mandatory that you know the comics.
Oh no, you don't. Not at all. Not at all. That's not even what I'm saying. But I know what you're talking about. But it's not mandatory. But I still feel like if you really want to know those characters.
I was about to say I had better not miss one.
But yeah, like if you really want to know the character, you read the comic, right? If you're a fan of the character, you read the comic. That's what the expectation comes from.
And we also got a
character that has no expectation. Nice. You understand what I mean, right? It's not.
Yeah,
like
I understand what you mean.
The MCU. I'm just saying, like, I just want them to make a character, a hero or villain that is exclusive to the MCU. That's a big deal. Not a
Well,
one-off, just something that's a big deal, just to see what happens.
You're kind of getting that with the Inhumans because they were only introduced like not that long ago actually in the comics.
Yeah, they're newish. Yeah, they're newish.
Yeah, so you're kind of getting that with Inhumans because they got their TV series coming out, but they're getting that IMAX movie that's only going to be in select theaters, in select IMAX theaters. So you're kind of getting what you're saying.
Oh yeah.
Because I think Inhumans was only made because Marvel was getting ready to not do any more X-Men stuff because of what was going on between them and Fox.
Yeah. Yep, that's basically all I was saying. Like,
because
it's not even that I don't.
Fantastic Four is no longer getting comics because of what's going on with the movies. The movies just made them. The movies just made it a tainted brand at this point.
Unfortunately.
Man,
because
Koala.
They have Galactus in there.
Okay, Koala. Let me give you some advice. Don't skip leg day. I know it's rough. I know it's rough doing. I know it's rough going through leg day, but don't skip it.
Oh man, that dude, he does look abnormally built, don't he?
Yeah.
Like his upper body is so strong. It looks like how does he even stand up?
And then Crash is over here just spinning all the rocks back at him. So Crash is basically stronger than Koala.
Yeah, Koala Kong. I wonder if he's related to a certain donkey.
He's a koala bear.
Yeah, that was a bad reference. I'm not good at this punk game, okay? My boys and girls, y'all know I ain't good at this. You see now, this boss fight, believe it or not, I don't remember how you did it in the original one, but I do
It's the same
remember
as this.
It's the same. Yeah, it's kind of the same, but I'm a little different than you. I don't actually hit the rocks. I would run away from them. So, because I am an idiot, and I never knew you can do that until just now.
That is why you do not skip leg day, ladies and gentlemen.
Watching this is kind of impressive because you're not really moving around as much as I do. And there you go.
And that's why you do not skip leg day.
Oh, I gotta go right quick. I'll be right back. I might be a little while, but I'll be right back. I'm gonna go do something. Entertain the guests.
Okay, so now we're moving on to heavy machinery. Now, I never tried 100% of the original Crash before, so I did not know where the fuck the final burrito token was for this level. Now I do, but it's that kind of bullshittery that only Naughty Dog would ever come up with. And yeah, you can't really touch those spinning you can't really kick those guys either. Because you have to jump down here just to get the burrito token and the boxes you need. Which I never really thought about. Oh. Okay, okay. Man, Wumpa Fruit must be Crash's favorite fruit, because they're splattered all over the damn place. We don't need that. I'm trying to think. Oh. Trying to think what I was gonna talk about. Oh yeah, I'll also bring this up when he gets back, but apparently one of the supposed rumored villains for the sequel to Spider-Man Homecoming might be Kraven, which is a villain I think could actually stand on his own for as a Spider-Man villain. I think they can make an entire movie based around Spider-Man battling Kraven, because he is a very interesting villain that they can use, and I hope they are able to go through with that. And I say I hope because apparently there's some issues going on between Marvel and Sony because they want to use Kraven and Mysterio. But apparently Sony wants to use them for their I think it's what the fuck they calling that Black Cat and Silver Sable movie? What is it? Black and Silver? Or whatever the fuck that is, the name is that I don't really care about. I hope they actually use Kraven for a Spider-Man villain as well as Mysterio, and they're not just tied with that spin-off that I don't think anyone is gonna be interested in seeing.
Okay, there we go. Took a little bit less time than I thought I would, but I'm back.
Yeah, come back.
Okay, so anything happened while I was away for my quick minute and a half, probably, because it was much shorter than I thought it would be.
Only thing I was talking about was how supposedly how we might actually see Kraven and Mysterio as villains for the sequel to Spider-Man Homecoming.
Oh, really? So that's legit, though, for real.
Maybe. If they're able to use them, if Sony isn't going to use them for that Black Cat Silver Sable spin-off that they're supposedly working on.
I haven't heard of that.
Yeah, I think the name of it is supposedly Black and Silver, or some shit.
Huh.
I don't know. It's like I don't know. From what I'm hearing, a lot of people aren't really interested in it and are thinking it's just a stupid idea for a spin-off, and it's a pointless one at that.
I know who Black Cat is. I don't know who Silver Sable is.
She is, I think if I remember right, if we're going by Spectacular rules, she's the daughter of Silvermane, who is like a mobster.
Yeah, I don't know who that is either, so.
Also she's kind of like, almost like a hitman, kind of, like a female assassin.
Oh, okay, that sounds pretty cool.
But the thing is, why would they want to do a spin-off with those characters that don't really make too much sense to do spin-off movies for?
Yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, I think Black Cat and Silver Sable, Sony's doing it, right?
Yeah.
Allegedly. Well, I think that's just a byproduct of being in 2017, actually, because I can't... Black Cat, to me, is kind of like Black Widow, in a sense that she's a good side character. I don't think she would be a good main character. Not like Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel would be a definite main character, no question.
She's definitely getting her own movie.
Oh yeah, well worth it too, because I read a little bit about Captain Marvel. She seems pretty awesome. I'm actually kind of excited to see what they do with her. So yeah, but I don't think I don't think Black Cat is really a good main character. From what I
don't think so either.
I have limited knowledge.
And I like Black Cat and I like Black Cat as a character.
Oh, me too. Yeah, I love Black Cat too, but that's what I'm saying. I very limited understanding, so please excuse my ignorance, y'all. But I'm not really feeling her as a main character. Side character, yes. A supporting character, yes. Not sure about main character though.
Same with Silver Sable. There's just
I
really
think
nothing
that-
interesting about Silver Sable to where you can actually make her a main character.
I do not know about her, so I'll take your word for it. But yeah, that's where my stance is. I feel like that's just a byproduct of being in 2017, and you know, everybody's trying to jump on that that bandwagon. So
Yeah, then again, we got like a fucking shitty emoji movie from them, so anything's fucking possible.
Yeah.
Which got fucking
Let us
shredded
not
in
forget.
reviews, I might add.
Let us not forget the emoji movie. Let us not forget that exists.
Of which we predicted that it was going to be terrible.
We should do a movie podcast because we could. I swear to you, we have either the best foresight in the world, because, yeah, I don't know who expected that to be good. You know, I still don't understand how people think that would be good.
And also, as you're noticing, we're maxed out on lives.
Nice. You know what movie actually surprised me?
What?
Speaking of movies, a movie that surprised me, and this is going to probably also be kind of controversial, the Angry Birds movie. The Angry Birds movie was actually pretty funny. I found it pretty entertaining.
I heard it was actually pretty
Was it
decent, and
good?
I was one of the ones I was thinking, not sure how you would actually make a movie around Angry Birds,
Yeah,
but
me too. I
okay,
was
I'll
like
give
that.
it the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, I mean, look, Angry Birds movie shouldn't work on paper, but let's be honest, it works better than Tetris, which is apparently getting a trilogy. So, I mean, that's yeah. I still don't even get that. But unless it got canceled. But yeah. Angry
The only
Birds
other
on
Tetris
paper
movie I've heard about in a while was there was supposed to be a documentary on how Tetris was made. That was it.
Yeah, I have heard of that, but I also heard they were making a Hollywood movie Tetris action film, which made me go, what? And then I heard it would be a trilogy, and that's when I told you, and then you were like, huh?
You told me that at fucking work, and I was just thinking to myself the entire time at work, why?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, it's like, for real though, what? A Tetris action movie, what? Like, Angry Birds on paper shouldn't work, but, you know, the movie itself, like, the plot of the movie is basically the game, but I'm not going to really spoil it, but yeah, it's basically just the game in movie form. But the way they go about it is pretty entertaining, I find. It's really stupid, but I find it pretty funny. There were some really stupid jokes in there that you wouldn't expect in a kid's film of today, you know, and I think that's what made me like it so much. It's very funny at some points. It's not technically good.
Which is funny because
But
that was
yeah.
also done by Sony Animation. So it just made
Yeah.
me wonder what the fuck happened with the Emoji Movie. But then I remembered it's a fucking Emoji Movie. What did
Yeah.
anyone
Now
expect?
you see, yeah, like you see the Emoji Movie. That I don't know who in their right mind sat there and said, you know what would be a good movie? A movie about symbols. You know, I don't know who did that, but I think that person should be fired. That being said, the Angry Birds movie somehow made me laugh. So I'll give it that, because to me a movie just doesn't have to technically be good, it just has to be entertaining.
And yeah,
It
we're
has
not going to be
make
able to
me
get the
laugh.
box gem for this level because we need a blue gem to get it.
Yeah. Yep. But yeah, to me a movie doesn't technically have to be good. As long as I find it entertaining, I will mark it as a good movie, because guess what? To me, movies are entertainment, and if they entertain me, I am happy.
Well, the thing
You
is,
know?
I've always said that, and I'm like a fucking, one of, I'm not, my opinion on, The Amazing Spider-Man 2 is very, very unpopular, but I enjoyed The Amazing Spider-Man 2, but I don't even think that's a good movie.
Yeah. And you see, I'm pretty much the same way, except I did find it to be pretty good in the sense that I enjoyed the way he moved around and stuff like that. I enjoyed that. I didn't like the parts where he was Peter Parker. I liked it the Spider-Man parts. I liked it the Electro and Spider-Man
generator room.
I liked it the fight scene. You know what I'm saying? That's the stuff I liked. I'm still smart enough to realize the first Amazing Spider-Man 2, the first Amazing Spider-Man movie was the good one, the better one. But I'm not gonna say I hated part 2 because I found it entertaining. I do recognize it's not a great movie, but I think it falls in more in the mid category instead of the, oh, this is crap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I don't even find it as bad as a lot of other people do, but I understand where they're coming from with it.
Oh yeah. There is some complaints I don't get though. Like one of the complaints I didn't understand really with the Amazing Spider-Man 2 was they didn't like how the Green Goblin looked. And I was like, really? I don't get it because I'm not a Spider-Man fan per se, so I don't get it. So I understand that that the movie wasn't that. That's a complaint that doesn't really fall to me. But I still don't get it because I thought that Goblin looked better than the original Spider-Man Goblin because he actually looks like a crazy, weird, creepy Goblin. You know? That's
personally,
just how I felt.
When I go back and look at that version of Green Goblin for the Amazing Spider-Man 2, I don't really like it, but at the same time, I don't like the Power Ranger look they gave him for the first Raimi film.
Yeah. And you see, I kind of liked the look of the Goblin
because the prototype the prototype look they did for Green Goblin in the first Raimi film was 1,000 times better than what they ultimately went with.
Yeah. I think that's the picture you sent me. I think I remember that.
That was 1,000 times better than they could have went with, but no, they went with that shitty Power Ranger look.
The toy money, that's why.
Because I've always said Willem Dafoe was a really good Green Goblin. Even if he
William Dafoe's the best.
But that fucking design they gave him just did not work for me. In that sense. Oh. Up and down. Up and down. Oh, the only thing about the fucking lighting here is you can't. It's hard to see your drop shadow in these kind of parts.
Dynamic lighting. Yep, dynamic lighting. See, that's one of the downsides to games with better graphics. I know people like to think that better graphics are the be-all, end-all of gaming, but actually it's the art direction because we kind of peaked when it came to graphics, and now you see what happens when you have games that look too good. You lose some effects that would make the game otherwise easier to play. See, I know my stuff sometimes. But yeah, as you were saying for Spider-Man 2, Amazing Spider-Man 2 in the Goblin suit and all, I like the Goblin suit in 2, Amazing Spider-Man 2. I really do. I hate that new Goblin suit from Spider-Man 3.
Oh yeah,
that is the,
I would never defend that look for 3.
Is the worst. The worst. I don't even care for comic book. At the time, I didn't care for comic book movies as much, and I still hated that look. So yeah,
he looks like a fucking surfing ninja.
Yeah, I could not stand that look. It was terrible. But I do like the suit in Amazing Spider-Man 2. I do. I like how he looks. The acting, I liked his acting. I liked the thing that made me like. Okay, here's the thing that made me like Amazing Spider-Man 2 a little bit more than the thing. First, I don't know if this is complaint to you. To me, I liked that Harry Osborn was the Green Goblin. That's what I like. Norman's dead. I like that. That's a spoiler, but I don't think people care. I like that because to me, the thing that turns me off to the Green Goblin is that it's the fact that it's his best friend's dad, because I don't really understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't mean as much to me. It's his best friend's dad. That's the thing that makes me go, yeah, I don't really care for it as much. You know? So I liked it that it was actually Harry himself, because that's his best friend. Now, assuming he doesn't know who Peter is, I think he does know it's Peter, though. Does he? I don't remember.
He finds out towards the end of the movie.
Yeah. Well, that's something I think that would ruin the dynamic a bit, because I feel like Harry and Peter, the fact that Peter would know that it's Harry, but no. Okay. Harry should have been more transformed, first of all. I feel like he should have been more disfigured, because then Peter wouldn't recognize him. And because Peter wouldn't recognize him, he wouldn't recognize Peter, they wouldn't know each other, but they would be fighting each other.
Honestly,
but then they would realize, oh, we're friends, you know?
Honestly, going
like
into the look of Harry's Green Goblin in Amazing Spider-Man 2, I said this before, they should have went with the Ultimate design.
Yeah,
where he's at brute. Yeah, they would have done a much better job with it if they went with that route.
Yeah, I agree. I like the suit, but I agree. They should have made him more disfigured to where he doesn't look like Harry, because then you have a better dynamic between the two. Because you see, like you said, for Spider-Man's duality, there's two sides to Spider-Man. There's Spider-Man and Parker. The thing that makes it good and interesting is how he lives his life between
something that
both,
almost a lot of people that work on Spider-Man seem to forget.
Yeah.
Is that the more interesting aspects about Spider-Man and Peter Parker is the duology between the two.
Yeah, exactly. And that's
especially for video games.
Oh yeah, and that's what I would have went with for the Amazing Spider-Man 2 Green Goblin. I would have gave him a little bit of a duality too, because then you created a double whammy. You know, now you have two best friends who don't realize they're fighting each other, but you could throw little hints here and there, and then maybe gets them thinking, wait, that might be Peter. Oh, that might be Harry. Then you could say, okay, now, how do they react to each other when they meet each other outside of their powered-up super forms? You know what I'm saying? That's kind of why I like the Green Goblin being Harry instead of Norman. But I'll be honest though, I vastly support William Dafoe playing Norman Osborn, because he is perfect. But yeah, that's just one thing I want to throw out there. That's why I kind of like Amazing Spider-Man 2, although I will admit
phone goes off telling me, this person wants to be your friend, and it's someone I've never fucking met before.
What was the name of that girl? I don't remember her name, but is it her?
I don't know.
She knows you from New Orleans.
Someone named Naomi Everett. And it was like 31 minutes ago.
Spider Sonic. We are a new supporting cast. Nameless person who thinks they know us.
I don't. That's the thing about Facebook, people. You get random ass people sending you random friend requests that you've never met before. And then when you actually added them and you actually go look at the profile, all they have is model-esque pictures and telling you to go to this website if you want to see them naked.
You're not wrong, but it's funny to hear it. You're not wrong, because it's true. And you know what's messed up, though? Is, I think when you do music or just do any form of entertainment and you list that, I think that attracts bots. Because I swear to you, my Twitter gets like hundreds of mentions from just bots alone. And I know they're bots because I'll say something like when I said for my album, it comes out October 9th because I'm not doing it this month like I originally had intended. And then I get people just commenting, true, and then they do the winky face, and it's like, and then the picture is just like a Victoria's Secret model. Like, okay, what does that have to do with what? Like, I don't understand. So, yeah. I think
And yeah.
when you do anything entertainment, they tend to attract bots.
Oh, and also if you're not sure if you get a friend request from someone and you're not sure if they're a bot or not, check their profile. If it's nothing but pictures and they're like fucking model type pictures, they're bots.
Yeah, that's probably a dude, guys. It's probably a dude. Don't be fooled. That's what I tell people. Don't be fooled. It's a bot or it's a dude. Cosplay. Don't fall for it. Don't fall into that trap.
I've encountered many of these fucking bot accounts before to actually know. Oh, this is a bot. Oh, this is a bot. This is a bot. This is a bot. This person is they have a post, so maybe. Oh wait, it's just a link to their to a fucking site so I can see them naked. It's a bot.
I couldn't hear nothing you just said because it cut off and it kept like being fuzzy when you were talking.
I don't know, it's just so easy for me to catch bot accounts now because I've encountered so fucking many.
Oh yeah, and you see what the thing is too, like when you don't really post very often, but when you do post, it's usually about something entertainment-wise. Like when on Twitter, when you would post something for Spider-Man, something for the game or anything. I don't even definitely attracts bots.
I don't even post that often on fucking Facebook or Twitter. The only time I do is when it's just like irrelevant fucking posts.
Yeah, or some like Last Guardian or something. Like, look, that post for Last Guardian. I think the last time I did something for Last Guardian, I attracted a couple of bot accounts. And you know they're bot accounts too, because sometimes I reply to them. Which is stupid, but sometimes I'll reply to them something very...
let's see if we can try to do Lost City again.
They don't reply.
Let's try to get the color gem from Lost City, and then we'll do Pinstripe, and then we'll call it there.
I think you just said you're going to do Lost City and then we'll call it, but you cut out so much right there, I have no idea what's going on. I'm checking the stream as we speak.
We're going to do Lost City, and then we'll get the color gem, and then we'll go off the Pinstripe, and then we will call it, because I think we've been going on for at least an hour or so, almost over an hour.
Yeah. About. Let me check the time.
Because if not, we can...
2 hours and 12 minutes.
Oh yeah, we'll call it.
Hey,
we'll call it right after our fight with Pinstripe. Because Pinstripe is, again, not that hard.
We're past the halfway point now, I believe.
Yeah.
Because Pinstripe
we're way past the halfway point at this point.
Yeah, Pinstripe's the second to last boss, I believe.
No, he's the third to last boss. Second to last boss is Brio.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I have no idea how I forgot that. I feel dumb.
Yeah, a lot of these bosses aren't really that tough. I think the most challenging boss in this game, and not even by much, is fucking Cortex. But that's because that's a fucking pattern.
Well, I agree with you that Cortex would be the most complicated boss, but I always thought Brio would be... Or no, am I remembering the fight wrong? Because don't you just jump on Brio?
You have to jump on his slime monsters that he spawns out, and then once he turns into that hulking thing, then you just have to jump on his head, and that's it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then yeah, Cortex is... I was thinking the fight was being different. I don't know why. I'm thinking of Klungo from Banjo-Kazooie. That's what it is. The Klungo boss fight. The fight that actually does require not really competence, but just a little bit of patience. So yeah, that's what threw me off. That's a game I would love to have you play. Like if I had the game and you had the system, I would totally let you borrow Banjo-Kazooie, because just so you could experience how good that is.
Nor do I have an N64.
I know. And to be honest, well, wait, Banjo-Kazooie's on the Xbox One?
Yeah, it's part of that Rare Replay thing.
I forgot about that. That's true. Completely slipped my mind. But yeah, Banjo-Kazooie is really good. Banjo-Kazooie is really good. I think I would say the Xbox version is a little bit better than the N64 version, only because it runs more smoothly.
I can imagine.
And just for the record, we're going to throw it out there because we do every stream. It's kind of like a disclaimer. We do not hate the Xbox. Because I would like to go ahead and stress, me and Skullnate do not hate Microsoft. We just do not have an Xbox One because there's nothing on it that appeals to us. As of this recording, anyway.
The only game that I find that makes me want to buy an Xbox One, but their dumbass decisions with exclusives keep me from buying one, is Sunset Overdrive.
Yeah, that I was actually about to say. The only game I would want on the Xbox would be Sunset Overdrive and Rare Replay. But to be honest with you, it's probably, I don't know if it is on PC yet, but it probably will be if it's not already. And that's kind of the determining factor to keep me from getting an Xbox One, because I play PC games. I like PC gaming. So I have no problem avoiding an Xbox One just to play the games I want on PC.
Oh yeah.
But we don't hate the Xbox. I just want to stress that because I know there's going to be people that think we hate Xbox. So that's why I want to put it out there. We don't hate Xbox. I love my 360. Well, I love my 360. My 360 died. But I love my 360. I love Splosion Man.
Fuck,
I love
close.
Gears of War 1, 2, and 3. I love Missplosion Man. I loved Shadow Complex when I first played it on the Xbox 360. I love that last Halo game Bungie did. I don't remember the name. I think it was Reach. Which is probably the only Halo game I really love because I'm not really into Halo. But yeah, we don't hate Xbox. There's just no reason for us to get one. The immense focus right now is
That went smoothly the first time on that other run.
Nailed it. Nice. Nice. Very good.
Whew.
Oh my god.
I'm not gonna worry about the Wumpa Fruit. Green gem. Yay. That went smoothly, that run. What the fuck happened on the other ones? What the fuck?
Yeah. Wow. I was quiet there just so that way we could see if you could do it, because I was genuinely worried.
Okay, I know I said we're gonna end it on Pinstripe, but let's try to get the other box gems. If I can remember which ones we still needed box gems for, and that we have the color gems for. I don't remember which ones though.
Oh, yeah. Hey, that's all fine.
I don't think it's Native Fortress though. Fuck. I don't remember which ones need which color gems. So we'll probably just be going back and forth on trying to remember shit. Okay, we have the green gem, the gold gem, and the blue gem. We need the blue gem on two of the levels. Cortex Power is one of them, and one of the levels here.
I think the green gem is the second level, right?
Yeah, that's what I want. That's the only one I actually remember. Because I don't remember. I don't keep up a lot. I usually just go on a massive gem collecting run once I get all the color gems.
That's probably how most people do it, I imagine.
Okay. Okay, yep, here we go.
Whee! There we go.
Perception. Why must you be a tricky mistress?
You know,
Even though I don't need these lives.
This isn't confirmed, but I'm pretty sure perception was meant to be a boss in this game, where you just fight the camera. Pretty sure that was meant to be a boss. It just started looking fuzzy on the screen. Let me restart.
And I wonder what's next. Someone's gonna make a game where they introduce something that looks like a final boss, but the actual final boss is the frame rate dropping below 10 frames per second.
Ah, ukulele.
Is that really what is going on with ukulele?
I don't know. I haven't played it. I'm just making jokes because I love.
Because
I love
if that's the
Platonic,
case,
but
then
I heard the frame rate's pretty bad.
If that's the case, then that fucking sucks for anyone who actually fucking bought fucking ukulele. That sucks.
All I know is that the team that ported it over for the systems, they said that Platonic themselves are going to be releasing patches for it. That's all I know. And if they can't patch something, they're going to be putting a new download code and sending it to people, so that way they can have the new code and the new game. So, for free, basically. So yeah. Well, not technically free. They already paid for the game, but you know they're giving them a
So
new
basically, they just gave everybody a fucking they just had everybody buy a fucking beta. Basically.
Essentially, yeah, pretty much.
Because
Yeah.
that's what it sounds like.
I think the final version of the game is going to be on the Switch. I think the Switch is really going to be the system that determines how good ukulele really is. Because it does sound to me like that's the system they put more effort into.
Ah, man, I don't fucking remember which ones require which color gems.
I don't know either. I've never
man.
100% of this game. I don't know.
I 100% of this game, but I
What?
don't remember which ones require which gems.
No, I was just I was hollering at my mantis right there. Well, she's feisty. Look at her. Well, y'all can't see it, but she's in her tank right now. Look like she's trying to chop the wood.
Yeah, this one we need a blue gem for.
There's no feeder insects in her tank either, so I have no idea what she's chopping at. Let me see. Oh, it's just a piece of grass hanging on one of the leaves. Oh, you're so silly.
Oh. End. Brio. Now fuck off.
Yay! Nice.
Okay, moving on.
But as I was saying before, for the Sonic Mania game, I tend to do like way earlier in the stream, back when we first talked about it. Like I said, I would probably do a blind run of Sonic Mania, but I kind of want to play the game on my own time, and I would want my reactions to be genuine. So I wouldn't want to play it on my own time until I beat it during our stream. But I was gonna add to that. I would love to replay Sonic 1, 2, and 3 and Knuckles all, because I could stream all three of them in a day. And I'm counting for Sonic 3 and Knuckles as one game. So I could stream all three of them in a day and beat them with fairly little failure. Probably not 100% all three of them, because I could 100% Sonic 2 pretty consistently. Blue Spears might give me a little trouble. But Sonic 1 might give me a little trouble too, because it's kind of random sometimes. So, yeah.
And then they got those new bonus rooms, those bonus levels, where there's just like You're collecting blue orbs to catch up to the UFO. Which is basically like
how... for Mania. Yeah, for Mania, you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I don't know if... When I do my blind run, I'm probably not going to go for 100% if I do a blind run.
That's not my intent for the game either. When I'm playing...
Yeah. When
I'm playing through it. Because those bonus rings are kind of tough to find at first.
Yeah.
Because they are well hidden.
I mean, I'll see, because I might get Mania today. I don't know. It depends whenever my money goes into the bank. So, it's gonna probably... And they told me it could take up to a week. Which is sad. It's only $20. So, so it's pretty sad if you ask me.
Yep.
But, yeah. The Sonic Mania, if I do 100% run, I will try to get everything on my first playthrough, but I doubt I will be able to, so I'm not going to really be concerned about it. But that's not to say I wouldn't do another run, a more experienced 100% run.
Yep.
So, but for Sonic 1, 2, and 3 and Knuckles, I would love to play those games. We don't have a way to stream them, unfortunately. But I would love to play those 3 games, because I could do it, like I said, I could, in the same amount of time me and Skull Nate have been doing this Crash stream, I could probably have beaten Sonic 1 and 2 already. And more than likely 100% Sonic 2. So, yeah. I'm not saying this to brag. I'm genuinely good at the game. Except when I'm playing on an actual Genesis, which Skull Nate is probably going to be snickering at in the background. Because he remembers. Skull Nate remembers. Ain't that right? That time we tried to play
yeah,
on
we
the
actually got...
Genesis.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We actually got the key for this.
Okay.
Which is basically the final hog level.
Nice. So wait, that's an optional level? You don't even have to do that level?
If you didn't get all the keys. Which you only get... Each key unlocks each level. They're mandatory if you want to go for 100% because of the box gems. But they are kind of they are optional.
You know, in Crash 1, I do remember doing this level, I think. And I thought it was mandatory. I didn't know you could just bypass it.
You could bypass
this might actually be this might be the hog level that I'm actually thinking of that I had a lot of trouble with. Not the first one, but I had a problem with all the hog levels, so... But there was one in particular I couldn't stand, and I didn't know what game it was in. If it was Crash 1, 2, or 3.
Crash 1 is just the hogs, Crash 2 is the polar bear, and Crash 3 is Coco with the tiger.
Yeah. Well, it must be this one then, is the one that's genuinely stupidly difficult.
Oh, that was close.
That was very close. Right there. I don't know if you're talking about the same parts, because every time you say something's close, I say, oh my god, you just phased through that spike. How did you not die?
Oh, fuck, I missed it.
That was what you were talking about? That one? Because I was talking about that time when you almost fell. Ah.
Hooray for the ability to die and still get the box gems. Because if we were playing by Crash 1 laws, I would have just given up had I collected the box gems.
Woo! Oh, we jumped right over the pit, and then everything faded away. You know, I actually saw Sonic Adventure DX in the GameCube. I saw it at a thrift store down here for like $5, and I was thinking about picking it up, but I was thinking about picking it up, but for those who don't know, a majority of people have played Sonic Adventure through Sonic Adventure DX, or the new HD ports, or the PC version. I'm going to tell every single one right now. Those versions of the game suck. They genuinely suck. And no, it's not age, it's suckage. Those versions are terrible. I do not like those versions of the game. The Dreamcast version is better because one, well, first of all, they changed some of the textures, but that's not the problem. The problem is the controls. The controls, Sonic controls terribly in those games. The Dreamcast version, he controls really good. So I don't know how they messed that up, you know? But I saw it like for $5, and I actually thought to myself, you know, I should get this version and then let Skullnate borrow it. I was gonna let you borrow it so you could try it, because I know you don't have a Dreamcast, so you can't let you borrow the Dreamcast version. But I would let you borrow that version to play it if I would have got it.
Yeah, because if you want to know something about me, I grew up with the PlayStation 2, not the Dreamcast.
Yeah. Yeah. Can't blame you for that, though. The PlayStation 2 is awesome. You know what? There's people out there that hate the PlayStation 2 and love the Dreamcast, and love the Dreamcast and hate the PlayStation 2. I love both. The Dreamcast is my favorite system of all time because look how great it is and look how it holds up. But I don't hate the PlayStation 2. I love the PlayStation 2. Arguably, one of my favorite games of all time is Shadow of the Colossus, exclusively on the PlayStation 2. Well, not anymore, but it used to be exclusively on the PlayStation 2. Now you could get it on the PS3 and there's a PlayStation 4 version that's going to be coming out that I'm really excited for. So,
and
yeah.
it's getting fully remade.
Oh, and it looks so good from the trailer. I watched the trailer again. It's beautiful. I'm so excited for it.
And I think it's going to cost $60. I don't know. When I saw that, like, I'm trying to look it up on GameStop, like how much they're going to be selling it for. It was at $60. So I don't know if it's like a placeholder price or something.
It might be at $60, but if they had to add new stuff, I think, because I don't think $60 for a game that's remade, I don't think that's really a thing, you know? Like, I can't see that being legit. And I love the game. I wouldn't have any trouble paying $60 for it, but I own it already, and my PlayStation 2 copy still looks good. I'm not going to be in as much of a hurry to get that version as if it was $60.
Yeah, probably. And plus, I've already played the game more times than I can fucking count.
Oh, yeah. That's your favorite game of all time, right?
Yep.
Yep, I love that game as well.
And gotta make sure we ain't got no more freaking boxes we gotta go break. Okay, we're good. Now,
This game.
now let's go
That's
ride
messed.
the blue gym. Let's go break some more boxes.
That was funny though. There we go. Oh! Precision platforming.
Yeah, you just have to worry about bouncing on the one TNT, and then you could just move on. And let's go back. Backtracking at its finest, folks.
Yep. That was, to be honest, that's one of the easier moments of backtracking because the camera's not actually against you. The camera's more on top. Oh boy, this is gonna be interesting. Oh!
Okay. And we're moving on.
Nice.
But yeah, so far, this is still enjoyable. This is just a...
Oh, yeah. See that? Oh, you can finish.
Oh, I was gonna say, I just don't see how some of these fucking Twitch streamers were getting so frustrated over the game just for playing it normally.
Yeah.
Christ Warren,
Yeah,
just
see,
from
I was gonna say
beginning
that.
to end, it's a...
Oh, you cut off. I think I heard thunder. Yeah, I heard thunder, and I think that might be my internet. Unless we look it on playback and see. I'm pretty sure it might be my internet.
Shit.
Because of thunder. My internet tends to mess up in bad weather.
But yeah, as I was saying, like the Twitch streamers I was seeing that were trying to play through this, they were getting frustrated so damn easily. And yet, I am not that good at... I never played Crash before. Or the older one. I never played the older ones that much. But I'm just having like a nice, enjoyable time just playing through this game normally without having to worry about much.
Yeah. And see, that's what I was about to say. I was kind of about to echo what you said. An enjoyable game. Even if it's a difficult part, it's still going to be an enjoyable game. I don't think people look back on Mario Brothers 3 and go, oh, that game, it's so crap because it's so hard, you know? I think we look back on Mario Brothers 3 and go, you know what, that game's really good. Really good. I have fun playing it. You know?
So do I.
I don't think people actually hate those games just because like that, because really, you know, when people say games like that will age badly. Now, Mario Brothers 1, I think that one aged badly because the physics are off. Mario Brothers 3, I don't think that one aged really bad at all. The only thing that aged badly in that version, I think, is the graphics. And the graphics still look beautiful to me because they're beautiful pixel art. That's a style that would never get old.
Oh, yeah.
Mario Brothers 1, though, it's stiff. You know, I can see why people would say that one aged. But Mario Brothers 3, I can't see it. I personally don't see it. That's one of the few games I think that never really aged, or never shows its age.
Oh, yeah.
Because the problems with that game
close.
were problems back in the day, too. So... Oh!
Wait. Okay, move.
Oh, I see what you did there. You saved the checkpoint box.
Just in case.
Yeah, that was smart. Nice.
Yeah, I actually had to learn that in fucking Crash 2 when I was on the final level. Trying to get all the box gems. Because
And you know what?
piston it away can go fuck itself with his backtracking.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie though. Like it seems like you had a hard time in Crash 2 for those last levels. I replayed Crash 2 when you were telling me that you didn't like the jetpack level because I had my PS3 out. I replayed it, and I didn't have a hard time at all. But then again, I played the game a bunch, so it's probably easier for me naturally because I played it a lot. But I don't understand the like, I still don't understand how people would say that game's crap because it's too hard. You know what I mean?
Oh, I would never say Crash 2 sucks because it's hard. It's not even that hard.
No, I'm not even talking. No, I'm not even talking about that. I was just saying, like, I see what you mean when you said it was hard. I didn't have trouble with it because I probably played it a whole bunch, so it comes naturally to me. I love Crash 2. That's my favorite Crash game.
Yeah.
One of the best games ever, in my opinion. I think I didn't have a hard time with it. But I can't imagine, like, somebody picking it up and saying, oh, this game sucks because I can't pass this part here. You know? I still don't get that.
I can't
You
either.
know what's funny?
What?
I've been playing, see, I have the Dreamcast. I was playing Quake. And Quake on the Dreamcast, the buttons are what move you, and the analog stick just looks around. That's exactly how the jetpack controls in Crash. You look around with the analog stick, and you basically just move with the buttons. That's why I think I'm Dreamcast and Legacy of Kain and old games like that. So, well, Legacy of Kain.
I hate Pinstripe.
Ah, it's time. Wow, he benefited from that upgrade.
Oh yeah, he did.
Now, when I was a kid, this was the boss I had trouble with the most because I did not know you have to wait for him to run to hit him. See, the pattern Skullnade is doing right now is exactly how you're supposed to fight him. I didn't know that when I first fought him, so I kept dying to him. Or you could just wait for him to aim like that, but I usually kill him a little bit faster by waiting for him to run too.
Again,
See?
easy.
Not that bad.
Though
Oh,
I
yeah,
will say
very
this about Crash 2. The final boss is pathetic.
Oh yeah.
It's so pathetic.
Isn't that... I mean, look, I love Naughty Dog, but every single game I play from Naughty Dog, I think my biggest complaint is their final bosses just aren't that tough. With the exception of Jack 3, perhaps. Jack 3's final boss is
We're gonna try...
but...
We're gonna try High Road, and that's gonna be our ending one, because fuck High Road. You may get the possibility of seeing me rage a little bit. I don't know, it depends on how this goes, because High Road is a fucking bitch.
He'll get it on the first try, folks. First try. That's the way it is. Oh yeah, we go back.
And yeah, they give you 2 lives here for a fucking reason.
He got this. High Road. High. Get it? High. Up. Oh, that's why I said all the... this level here. This is the level I remember the most in Crash Bandicoot 1. You know why I remember it the most? Because this is the level you play the most, because it's the stupidest one. This is the worst level in the entire Crash series, I think.
I don't know, I think some people would argue Slippery Climb is the worst.
Well, no, I take it back, because I haven't played all the Crash games. Like, I stopped after Crash 3. But, because I never played the other games, and I'm sure the other... And I thought that Crash game you let me borrow for the PS2 was just dreadfully boring. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, this probably not the worst level in the history of the Crash Bandicoot series, but probably my least favorite. I don't. And
before people ask, no, I'm not gonna use the rope trick to beat this level. I know the rope trick. I know how you do it, but I'm not gonna do it here.
Didn't they patch that out in this version?
No, you can still do it here.
Oh. Now that wasn't the game's fault. That was your fault, right? You jumped right over that turtle.
Yep, that
See,
was.
I hate that. I hate that right there. That invisible part. I cannot stand that beginning part. They show you the Wumpa fruit, and then you jump, too short.
Actually, here's the thing. Here's the thing. The original game, they didn't have the Wumpa fruit. You just had to make a leap of faith to figure that out.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. They added the thing, but in the original version, I was about to say, they didn't have none of that crap, and so you had to really just pray and jump and pray, and I didn't know that. Now, I think this is the only level I remember trying to 100% when I decided I'm not going to 100% this game. This is the level that made me decide that. Now here's something I guess that's kind of interesting. Your drop shadow actually follows you over the bottomless ground there. You see? Your drop shadow follows you. That's basically because they want you to know exactly where you're going to fall.
Fucking hitbox.
Skullnade is having a great old time. And, oh, I see why. Yeah, but notice how your drop shadow is. That's what you got to pay attention to. Good God, that you almost slipped and died in. Thank God they have Donkey Kong-esque physics right there. Alright, so...
And, yeah, you're probably wondering why I think this is a bullshit level. It's because of these tiny-ass planks. And remember when I said that, remember when I talked about in Road to Nowhere, that one of the major things about that level was your jumps have to be precise? Or how I talked about the hitbox and I said you have to be a little bit more precise? This is why.
Yep. This level is essentially precision platforming with some luck
great,
involved,
a pity fucking Aku Aku. At this fucking level of all places.
But yeah, this level, the reason we don't like this level isn't technically because it's hard, it's because a lot of the stuff in this level would be easier if the physics were more attuned to it. This is the one level that feels buggy in the original version. I feel anyway, it felt buggy.
Oh,
It
yeah.
felt like sometimes you would make a jump, and sometimes you wouldn't.
I'm at I already got an almost powered up Aqua mask just because one of the boxes changed into an Aqua crate. In this fucking level where you don't need an Aqua mask. Like, watch.
Yeah.
There it
Hey,
is.
if this was a,
It changed.
Yep. Hey, if this was a new modern day Nintendo game, what they would give you right here would be like a flying power up to finish the whole level. Yep.
Actually, they would actually just give you an invince. They would just give you a three star Aqua mask from the very start. Almost like here. Because look at this. I don't need this. I don't need this in this level. This level's, you gotta be too damn precise for this level.
Now let me ask, is okay. Yep, Super Aku. Does this level still feel kind of glitchy in this version of the game?
I don't know. I never.
Because I find this level feels glitchy in the original. I don't know if it's just the PS3 version, because I beat Crash on the PS1, but I don't have a good memory of the PS1 version. So, I can't necessarily say, but I know in the PS3 version, this game level feels really glitchy, really buggy. And you slipped and slided to death. And this is where them 99 lives goes, folks. Right here.
Well, most of it actually went into Stormy Ascent. But then again,
That'll be a fun level. I can't wait to see that one.
though the funny thing is that I didn't even rage that hard in Stormy Ascent. Though there's one jump in Stormy Ascent that is fucking picky.
You know what, though? I'm gonna say it a little bit. I played Stormy Ascent. Like, I don't know how far I got up to it, but I played a good bit of it. Up to that platform where the scientist is throwing the chemicals and thing. Up to that point, I still think this level's harder. I don't know. Maybe.
And the thing is, Stormy Ascent was cut because it was supposedly too hard.
Yeah.
Oh.
So maybe this level isn't as hard as Stormy Ascent, but I feel like it is.
Turtle,
I
go. Thank you.
I still feel like it is.
Fucking hey, I knew that wasn't gonna make it. I was too far away from on that turtle.
This is where Skullgate loses his mind.
Not really.
Oh, man.
I raged a couple times, but not enough to make me lose my. Not enough to make me go batshit insane.
Yeah. I still don't like this level though. This is the one level I don't.
Oh my god, I really don't either.
It's not even the. Yeah, it's not. I don't think it's the precision either. I think it's just because the way the physics work, the hitboxes work. It makes the way Crash feels. And I don't know about this version. In this version, he feels a little bit heavier, but in the original version, he's a little more floaty. So I feel like this level's made harder for the wrong reasons. You know what I'm saying? Like it's.
Oh, at least we got a fucking checkpoint.
Nice. Yeah, I feel like this level is one of the ones that's hard for the wrong reasons. It makes me wonder why Stormy Ascent. He's becoming the Joker. It makes me wonder why Stormy Ascent was cut, but not this level.
Because if we were going by Crash 1 logic and Crash 1 rules, yeah, that one would have been considered fucking difficult. If you were going for 100% completion on that one. Just to get all the box gems.
Oh, Stormy Ascent?
Because like I said, there's one jump in Stormy Ascent that is so picky. It's so picky on how you gotta jump.
Oh yeah, I believe you 100%. Now,
And
you
for
know
those who
this
have
too,
played
my
it, you probably know which jump I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, more than likely. But you saw how I play platformers. Like when I play Crash, I tend to play it kind of slow because I wanna, because you saw how I was playing the game. I wanted to judge how far I had to jump. I looked at the timing for certain things and stuff like that. That's how I tend to play these games. All the Crash games, actually. I tend to play them all that way. So, yeah, this level just doesn't work for me. I don't like this level. So maybe Stormy Ascent, I'll find Stormy Ascent easier than this level. Anyway, I'll still find it hard. But I'll never know until I actually play. That turtle just crushed you with the side of his tail.
Yep. Oh, you mother... Oh,
Hey,
I hate those split planks.
Me too. I seriously hate that part. I'm going to replay this level, and I guess I'm going to use a camcorder since I don't have a screen capture. I'm gonna camcord myself playing this level just so y'all can see how stupid it is. It's very stupid.
Well, they're already seeing
And watch
this
if I don't
here.
beat it. Yeah, true. But then they can see both of us hate this level.
Makes total sense.
I would have just went with the rope trick, to be honest with you.
Look at this.
I don't even...
How, physics aren't working today.
Man, that turtle could fly, bro. Look, the clouds is holding him up. My boy.
It's not even that. It's the fucking hitbox that's feeling like I don't want to be precise today. I don't like we finally got a checkpoint for once.
I think that was the second to last checkpoint. I think there's only one more, or that's the end of the level after this.
I don't know. Yep, physics aren't working today for that turtle.
I love this game, but this is to me this is the worst, the worst level. Look at that.
Here's that checkpoint, and then we got the fucking the Tana bonus room. So we basically have like one more checkpoint.
Oh, the ice parts is gonna be coming up too. Thunder!
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, Spider Sonic has a special guest Thunder. Thunder is making the noise. It's making it rain. There you go. You just got blown to smithereens.
Not the second time.
Well, there is a delay.
Nope, 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 nope.
Woo.
Whew.
Oh my goodness. That was close.
Oh man. Precise jumping on a slippery fucking plank.
You are almost there. See, now this is the part that the game gets stupid and it gets buggy right here for me. When you slide down, I find sometimes I'll push the jump button and Crash is not going to jump. I don't know if that's my control or what. I'll have to replay the level again, but I'm pretty sure the level's designed that way. I don't know if y'all can hear the rain in the background, but it's really hard over here.
It's just started thundering down here too.
Is it raining up there?
I don't know. I just heard
it's
thunder, so I can imagine so.
It's really hard right now outside. Insert Lenny face here, folks. Go ahead and insert the Lenny face. I know that's going to be a thing. It's getting really hard. Okay. But,
Oh, freak! Got a little too intense.
Oh. Aw. Well, you almost had it.
Yep. Yep, there's thunder.
I'm surprised my internet's still on. shouldn't jinx it, but yeah, it usually doesn't last this long in the weather. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say it now, everyone. In case my internet just randomly shuts down, I'm going to say peace, and I love all of you guys. So yeah.
Well, we're close to the end of this level anyway.
We're close to the end, but I'm just throwing that out there in case it randomly cuts off. Because it doesn't usually. My internet's weird. We have cable, but it still cuts off when it rains. I don't understand that.
I don't know. I don't know what life is.
Oh, you did it! Are you serious? For real though?
At least I got it.
No! That was the best death of the whole series. Oh,
and that's what we're ending it on.
Nothing is topping that. That was the best.
Although we could have some shenanigans and slippery climb in the next video. In the next stream.
True. Yeah. So the next stream, I guess I'll be taking up Bloodborne. And I'll try to finish that off.
Yep. And then whenever I start streaming next, we're going to finish off Resident Evil. And once Resident Evil's done, we'll come back to Crash.
Oh yeah, it's not going to take long, hopefully.
Yes.
The reason we take long is because our schedules are really weird.
Yep. And school is really fucking me over right now.
Yeah, I've been.
But we'll save that. We'll save that topic for another time, shall we?
Oh yeah, let's do that. So you want to close us off here?
Okay. So hope you guys enjoyed. Next time we decide to stream, Ray is going to be hopefully finishing off Bloodborne's Old Hunter DLC.
You dig.
And next time I stream, we'll be trying to finish off Resident Evil, because I think we're not that far away from beating the game.
Yep.
And
hopefully all the quality sounds good, because I hear a lot of fuzziness.
I can always check it.
Yeah, because I hear it, but I don't know what's going on. So.
But yeah, and don't worry, we will be coming back to Crash Bandicoot right after Resident Evil.
Which won't be too long, hopefully.
Yep, we will be coming back to our favorite marsupial. So until next time, this is Skull Nate,
and this is Radion.
And thank you for watching, and have a pleasant day.
Peace.